Right, everyone. WeaponCollector here. Right, another Friday stream. Nearly said Saturday then. If you're new to these, we just talk about anything really. So just join in, have a chat. You know, it's all like-minded people. Talk about anything. You know, anything you want. Sometimes it goes completely random. You know what I mean? If you are new, don't forget to subscribe. You know, if you like weapons, you'll like this channel. I make a lot of stuff. This is something I made recently. If you like knives, I made that the other day. So big as I can't even get it on screen. Yeah, made that recently. Right. Yeah, so I made that. Something pricked my hand when I pulled it out. It looks like there's a tiny little bit of metal sticking out of the bolt there. Yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe and all that. If you ever wanted to support this channel, there's a Patreon account, and if you join the Patreon account, you get your name on there for $1 a month. Your name will be on that. Every single video shows up slightly better on the proper videos. Yeah, and well, also if you shop at Amazon and GearBest, there'll be links in the more info section of all my videos. Use those links, I'll get something like 7 to 10% of what you spend. So I'll go over now and have a look at the comments. I'll like do a little intro bit first. Right, I'll let you lot know when I can see you. Refreshing that page. Right, go on to live chat. Dead Not Z, you're right, mate. Lil Blyat, if that's how you say it, you're right, mate. He said that knife looks good. Yeah, there's something on the bolt. It pricked me when I picked it up. Must have been a little sharp bit of looks like where I've tightened it up, I've pulled a little bit up, you know what I mean? Weapon stuff, right, mate? Yeah. I just joined, finally figured out a way to make my room cold. No, you'll have to let me know, because I'd be interested in that. Crazy Chicken Guy, you right, mate? And Mean Machine, you right? Yeah, should have everything. If I've got everything set up, I was rushing again. I left it way too long. Sometimes I leave it to the last minute to do these streams. Yeah, that's on. Mike's alright. I've got the live chat on. Yeah. The only thing I forgot to do was have a piss. Yeah, I don't know what that was. When I picked this up, someone pricked my finger. What's everyone been up there? I ain't really done a lot today. I've done that one video about the crossbow quiver. Crazy Chicken Guy, he said, just ordered myself a cold steel Gladius machete. Cheers for the videos on it, Liam. Yeah, I've been thinking I might make something like that. I need to see what if there's any straight machetes, you know, that I could. The problem is a lot of the machetes get fatter. I don't want to have to grind too much off. But I was thinking of making something like that if I can. Yeah, I don't know what that sharp bit was. It's not there now. Weird. That pricked my finger, but at the same time, there's no mark on my finger. Very weird. Weapon and stuff. Managed to make an effective wind tunnel by putting a regular fan over my evaporative cooler, aiming the cooler downwards so the hot air is forced up, and then the regular fan blows it out the room. Yeah, very clever. That sounds good. I've tried lots of different methods, but yeah, it can take a while to gradually find something that works, doesn't it? That's good. The Legend, right, mate? He said you should try making throwing knives out of machete blade. Yeah, that's a good idea. Might have to try that. The thing is, with the machetes, they're so cheap as well. You can get some decent metal, perfect for if you want to make a knife just by shaping it. You know, not easy. You get some good hardened steel already, big enough to cut into. Weapons Officer, glad to like it. Maybe do an updated video on it at some point, as it's my go-to emergency machete. And that's to our crazy chicken guy. Yeah, I was thinking about it after I made that. First thing I thought was, oh, I might try and make one of those Gladius ones if I can find one that's the right shape. The only problem is you don't get a lot of straight machetes, do you, really? But I'm very happy with this. I have to get some leather soon to make a sheath for it. So all I've got is the old sheath that I've just sort of folded in half and taped up for now. That'll do for now. Lil Blyat said, sounds really complicated. That was to Liam. Not Z. Cold steel machetes are great, but getting that thick black stuff off them so you can sharpen the thing, that drives me mad. Was it hard to get off? You know what? I've never had any cold steel knives. I wouldn't mind some. No, I definitely would get some. Just never had the money. The only cold steel thing I've got is the cold steel pocket shark. Crazy Chicken Guide, by the way, cheers for the knives. The missus loves the one I gave her. They're both awesome. They're good knives, aren't they? I would keep them if I didn't need the money. But yeah, because the good thing with all that kind of stuff is it does help me. I class a lot of that stuff as sort of my wages almost, if you know what I mean. You know, when I get sent those knives. But yeah, good knives, aren't they? I liked them. For the price, they've got some really good stuff on them. I think they've got like them ball bearing washers as well, so they're really smooth. Callum, you right, mate? As I've said, with mine, the edges were not rust coated, so I was able to sharpen mine without issues. Didn't say, yeah, it is, unless anyone knows an easy way to do it. Well, I don't know if this would work on that, but I had some pry bars once, and the stuff on it was absolutely fucking impossible to get off. Even I tried a heat gun, wouldn't get it off. I tried sanding it off. I tried loads and loads and loads of things, and then in the end, I soaked it in acetone overnight. You know, nail polish remover. Soaked it in that, and in the morning you could just scrape it off. And that was like proper baked on, really hard sort of paint, you know. So that may work for that. Crazy Jingo, strong alcohol works brilliant. I found it out by mistake when trying to remove the glue from a sticker. Yeah, probably a similar thing to the acetone then. Yeah, acetone, that took that stuff off that even sanding and a heat gun wouldn't do. Can't tell if we all like the video. They're not Z said you were lucky there. Neil Blight said, I wish I had the money to donate to all my favourite YouTubers, but I keep spending my pocket money on gas masks, knives and video games. That's what I spend all mine on, mate. When I've got some knives, especially, and video games. Not so much gas masks, but I've been saving up for PS4 personally. Wearaboo Wifo said, do you prefer modern tactics like today, or do you prefer trench warfare like World War One? I don't know, it's hard to say. Is it all depend, you know, like the World War One tactics was good for those times because that was all you had, wasn't it? But you know, I suppose in some kind of civil war thing, most normal people would have to be using the old trench warfare techniques, wouldn't they? If you was in a proper war with lots of money, you'd go for modern stuff, wouldn't you? Weapon stuff, yeah, lemon juice or something might also get it off. Yeah, try that acetone. It amazed me. I don't know how. I think I was trying to clean a blade, wiped it over the blade, and it took the name off of it. And then a couple of years later, that's when I thought about, oh, I wonder if that will take that paint off because it's designed to take paint off. Yeah. So I just bought. You could get like a bottle of acetone for 60p. So I just got like a aluminium tray thing that was about that wide, perfect to fit the pry bar in. This was for making the survival pry bars. Laid it in that, soaked it in it overnight, and the next day you could scrape it off. It was amazing. That stuff was so, it's proper baked on, you can't even scratch it off. If you scratch it, it doesn't hardly do anything to it. Callum said I used a green tin paint stripper on my cold steel Norsop. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. When you say that, yeah, it's obvious, isn't it? Paint strip's going to do it every time, isn't it? Then not see, I'll give those tips a go the next time I buy one. Jakey, you right, mate? Yeah, I'm alright. By the way, if anyone sees me drinking what I'm going to pull out next, it's water. You'll soon be able to tell, because if it is what you think it is, I won't last very long. Yeah, I didn't have a bottle to put my water in, so I had to get an empty vodka bottle. That's why I took the label off. Bob Stone, you right, mate? Yeah, just water. Although I have got some vodka downstairs for maybe next weekend. Not decided yet. Could potentially be tomorrow, but I doubt it. Yeah, and I was saying I haven't been up to much today. I think all I did earlier was, well, saying that I have done stuff, but nothing to progress the channel, if you know what I mean. Nothing interesting. I had to clean out 2 whole cupboards of food and wipe down all the sides and that because we've got some wheat beetles, I think they are. Let me look it up. I did know what they was called once. Wheat bugs. Grain bugs, that's it. Yeah, grain beetles. Yeah, grain beetles in the bloody cupboards they eat stuff like your cornflakes, crackers, stuff like that. To be honest, I think I've ate them before when they've been in the I've been eating crackers and then I noticed afterwards that all the crackers had little holes in them. So I'd probably been eating the grain beetles without realising that they don't matter. An extra bit of protein, I suppose. Yeah, so I had to chuck away a load of stuff like that. They're getting crackers, flour, some noodles. So any packets that was open, I had to sling today. Then I had to help my brother fix a bit of his car. Yeah, could pretend you're eating weevils on a ship. Yeah, I could have pretended I was a part of the terror group, couldn't I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've ate them before without meaning to. Yeah, yeah. So I had to clean all that out, sling a load of stuff. Yeah, grain beetles. That's what they're called. They don't bother you too much. They only get on. They only get in certain food, which is a good thing. They also don't get in bread. That would be. I think that'd be a pain in the ass if they was all over bread. You know, because everyone eats the bread. The crackers, I'd probably want to eat some half the time. Bernard D said, I've stayed in all day, too hot outdoors. Yeah, I've been in most of the day today, apart from the little bit where I was out the front helping my brother put it was some kind of hose from the engine to the radiator, helping him do that. Yeah, and then just cleaning up basically, and then a bit of cooking. Crazy Chicken Guy also just ordered a Cold Steel Brooklyn Crusher baseball bat for my wife's birthday. Yeah, I wouldn't mind one of them. I've got an old, what are they called? Louisville Slugger up there. I've not seen the big weevil or the small one. I'll tell you how big they are. They're about smaller than a grain of rice, probably half the size of a grain of rice. Little Blyat said, yeah, here the heat is a bit more manageable. Yeah, can you hear that fan I've got on? That's not bothering anyone, is it? I've got a fan on, but I've pushed it back a bit. So you can't really hear it. Otherwise, it might be a bit too hot in here. Problem is, when I'm doing these live streams, to stop everyone else hearing me or me hearing them, I have to have the door shut, the window shut. I'll tell you what it is in here. Well, in my bedroom, it's 28 degrees, so it's not too bad. Bob Stone, I ate a live termite once in Africa. What, like the grubs of them, or Mark set some big old grubs over here before. I'd not say it was damn near 80 Fahrenheit here today. No blight to dark, that's between 20 and 30 degrees Celsius. Comes off, has been 31 here again. No bloody hell, yeah. That's worse than it is here. Jack Striker, right, Jack. This is I walked 7.6 miles with the dog. I was fucked when I came back. Yeah, in this weather. Yeah, I ain't managed to do a lot today. I had to really do most of my trap indoors today. Said not this, you missed the reference. Yeah, I don't know that one. That's from that that is, someone's mentioned it. Was it Master and Commander, something like that, or one of the other ones, isn't it? You not mentioned it before. I've not managed to see that film yet though. I'll have to watch it because that's twice that's been referenced now. That's not me swearing at you. Council had the smallest cold steel bat and painted it brown to look more like a normal bat. That's a good idea. I've got a rounder's bat somewhere, and I had it recently as well. I can't remember where I put it. I'll have to get a new one soon. Well, my weapons off my room is actually chilly at the moment due to the fan setup over the one that says it's 27 degrees. That's nice here. It's even cold at the moment. You should have said the small one. Yeah, I ain't managed to watch Master and Commander yet. I'll have to get that soon. I'll tell you what, I'll get it afterwards. I did watch a couple of films. I watched that again. So I'm hoping Scarface comes on, lets me know if he watched it while he was stoned, because if he did, that'd be absolutely hilarious. I watched Assault on Precinct 13 again. I'll tell you, I absolutely love that film. I could go on about that for hours, I think. I sent Trevor Vidimar a great big, like 40-line message about it, well, comment. And then I watched Annihilation, which I thought was pretty good. Weapons and stuff, the lesser of two weevils, that's it. Rumble Sabo said, I might just get in from the pub. Oh, I got your message. I've done my usual, read it and I forgot to reply. Rumble Sabo, I heard blades and bows ceasing trade due to the new legislation. Hopefully that ain't going to be true. Oh, that'd be a big pity, wouldn't it? Yeah. But I must admit, if ever I was going to buy stuff, it would be from them. Weapons off, I watched that today and thought it was crap. What one? The old Liam. It's bizarre though, isn't it? You didn't like it. It's not, I wouldn't say it's brilliant. It's just weird, isn't it? I should have mentioned that before. Yeah. I think it's one of those, I think it's worth watching just for the experience of it. It's so bizarre. And in saying that, it's not that unusual now. You know, there's lots of weird films out now. There was a couple of bits that made me really badly laugh, though. Dead Not to Eat, our local pound shop has it for £1, but it's probably on Putlocker. Oh, Master and Commander, yeah, I'll get it. Canopies, I got the Black Phantom £40 bow yesterday. Cozy Chicken, I watched Training Day the other night. One of my favourite films. Yeah, Assault on Precinct 13. I absolutely love that. One of the things, well, there's lots of things I like about it, but because a lot of John Carpenter's influences for that film, a lot of those influences are some of my other favourite films. There's quite a lot of references to Once Upon a Time in the West, Sergio Leone's Western, and that's yeah, that's one of my favourite films. That's a big influence on that. And I love the stuff with Napoleon Wilson. When you watch it, yeah, Rio Bravo as well, yeah. I like the bits because it doesn't tell you anything about Napoleon Wilson. But the more I watch it, the more I suspect. I reckon I don't know if John Carpenter's ever mentioned it or anything about the background to that character. Because I suppose because it's never mentioned it, you can sort of make it up in your head. But from what I can tell, when you watch it, that character must be semi-notorious. Because they say things like, there was one bit where, this isn't the notorious bit, but he asked him, why did you kill those men? And the bit where he says, the sheriff says, isn't that a bit over the board going on about the chains? And he just says, what? Napoleon Wilson? You know, stuff like that. And they all look at him and weird. And I love all that. There's a lot to it as well, you know. When he first meets the sheriff in the police station, he says, you got a smoke. And then the sheriff says, he looks at him and says, no, sorry, I haven't got one. And Napoleon Wilson pulls a face like, oh, this one must be all right. You know what I mean? Because he's used to the reactions of all of them being cunts to him, which makes me assume he must have been a big deal in prison, because also he's got to be chained up, stuff like that. You know, it's just what I make up in my head, you know, because none of this has ever been mentioned in it, you know. Like I said, I could go on about that film for ages. Lots of grunting and body humour. I love Assault on Precinct 13. Pound Beach, it's cheap, but solid takedown Rico burns, all in black. Bill Blight said, always thought laws were bad here in Germany, but now I'm happy not to live in the UK. Double Sour Assault Precinct 13, was that the 2005 remake with Brian Dennehy? Great movie. So you're taking a piss? No, I would never watch that remake. I wouldn't actually watch it. I think it's an insult, that bloody film. The original. I hope you're joking. Weapons of Rio Bravo is the main influence. Jack Striker, have they banned assisted opening knives? Not had a chance to catch up on it yet. Yeah, I think they're gonna when it comes in. It still hasn't actually happened yet, but it pretty much is gonna. Tell you what surprised me though. You ever watch Mad Dog Survival's videos? On there, he did a video about the legislation, and it was on about one of UK knife warehouse or something, and some of these companies had got the statistics for the public consultation. 87% of people said they was against the weapon ban. But as usual, they're still probably going to do it anyway, you know. Little Black said, holy shit, I mean, here you can't carry those, but at least you can know them at home. I'm not wrong. Yeah, what it is you can't, they're going to try and ban like 19 things, but all things like this would still be legal. Everything on that gun board would still be legal, you know. But yeah, there'll be a lot that you can't. Jack Striker soon, mate. Once legislation comes on, yes. Callum sent a pic of the new recurve bow. My first proper bow. Yeah, I'll have a look, mate. Sounds good though. Where did you get that from? Was it? Did you say? Was it Blades and Bows? £40 a good weight though. Yeah, that's about what I like. I don't really like any more than that. This is water, by the way, if anyone wonders. Crazy Chicken Guy was supposed to be ordering a crossbow today. Blades and Bows payment system wasn't working. Ah, fuck's sake. Double Sabu said, I've only seen the remake. I like it, but I would as Brian Denny. He was in First Blood. Yeah, the original one's completely different. It's about, I don't know a lot about the remake, but I know it's about rogue police trying to get into a police station to kill a gangster in it. In the original, it's a gang trying to get into a disused police station to kill a man in there who killed one of them, but they're in a weird situation where they don't care anymore and they're all sort of prepared to die, all the gang. There's more to it than that. Yeah, probably ban anything with a cold spring inside. Wearaboo said, why is there a baby TV in the background? That has my Patreon supporters' names on it and tells you to join Patreon and share my videos. But on these live streams, it doesn't show quite as well. We just saying, hi, Mike. Would a collapsing sword like the one from Dishonored be considered illegal to own? I don't think so, as long as it ain't got a spring in it. Oh, yeah. Oh, if it's a sword. Yeah, no, saying that. Yeah, I don't know. Would a collapsing sword like the one from Dishonored? Yeah, I'd have to see what the one from Dishonored was like first. Yeah, I don't know, mate. It would probably be classed as a fucking gravity sword or something. I'm seeing a website called Mandarin Duck. You remember you mentioning them from China, but really nice bow for price. Weapons Off said Richard Smith, well, you can't even have a sword like that in reality because the mechanism can't actually function, but if it's a hidden blade, then it's legal. Neil Blatt said, same here in Germany, can't have weapons but are disguised as objects of usual life. Yeah. That's true. Number two, what did you have for tea? What did we have for anything? I've completely forgotten. Gammon chop, boiled potatoes, roasted tomatoes, and peas and sweet corn. Joe said, have any of your videos been removed by YouTube? I've had 2 videos blocked in the UK by YouTube, but that's it. And they were essentially blocked by the UK government, if anything. UK government asking YouTube to block them in this country. One of them was something that I won't actually say it on here because those words are still possibly a blocked thing, but one of those guns has a phrase in it that they think means something else, and the other one was crossbow mods, self-defense crossbow mod or something. And all it was putting a bolt holder, not this one, but putting a bolt holder and a torch on a crossbow, blocked in the UK. But that was at the time when we had that Angie Reese self-defense crossbow stuff going on. So maybe don't do that because I tagged there in it. Just some random dude to tell her I'm new to this channel. Right, mate, I've seen you on Liam's channel. Jumble Sabu, you lucky sod, I ain't had anything yet. I think I'm going to have to make it myself. You'll have to cook all the dinners here. What time do you have dinner then? We have ours really early. We have ours about 5:30. But that's because that's when everyone gets in from work. Mean Machine, all the comments disappeared the other day on YouTube for most people's pages. Yeah, I saw that. That was weird, wasn't it? Weapon stuff. UK has banned a few videos showing protests against the government. Very easy to watch with a VPN, and just makes just dies in effect. Yeah. You know, it does. You know, if anything, people are going to watch it more, aren't they? So, but yeah, I've had two, and they didn't really affect anything. I didn't get no strikes against my channel or anything. It was just that those two videos can't be shown in the UK. One of them I deleted and re-upload, and I changed the title and the tags, and I blurred myself saying weapon mod, re-uploaded it, and it's been fine. So I don't know what it was that did it, but I suspect personally it was the tags. It was probably the two words together, pistol and mod together. Double Sabu, I heard the police request certain videos on YouTube be banned. Yeah, I've heard that. They're trying to ban certain rap videos, aren't they, that promote violence. And that's where I was getting worrying. Are they going to start doing that to other people? You know, all of any videos that they think is encouraging violence. Double Sabu said, yeah, same here, about 5. Yeah, the only thing you're having your dinner at like that time, though, it's a bit early, isn't it? You get hungry later on. Bill Blight said, isn't free speech a thing in the UK too? Well, yeah, they pretend it is, but it ain't really. Liam said, no, we don't have free speech. Callum Pete said, fuck's sake, got one of those Royal Mail postcards. Need to go pick a parcel. That might be those cheap machetes. Well, at least you got that to look forward to, even if you have to go and get them. That striker said a good idea is never to use the word weapon, I find. Yeah, I've been trying to implement that myself the past couple of months, Jack. It's a good habit to get into it, isn't it? No saying weapon, self-defense. There's a couple of things, isn't there? The only thing, it's a bastard when you try to show people about self-defense items. Because no one searches for self-defense items, but, Just some random dude said, I've never been to the UK. Well, I've never been anywhere apart from the UK and France. Double Sabu said, banning free speech will only make the subject matter they try to ban even more stronger within the law-abiding community. Webu said, do you want to get killed with a Bolivia potato gun? Neither, mate. I don't know. I don't know what a Calibri is. Let me look it up. If I had to pick one of them, don't know. Oh, God. Neither of them are going to be very fast, are they? Probably the potato gun. Weapon stuff. I use the term self-defense because I won't back down when it comes to personal protection, especially with armor and helmets, etc. Oh, yeah, I think saying that, yeah, no, you're right. Self-defense on its own's all right, but self-defense weapons is a bit, like I said, it all depends, doesn't it, But self-defense items is fine, but you don't want to say self-defense weapons. That's the random dude said, for some reason I thought UK people had British accents. Yeah, they do. Why, what do I sound like? Bill Blight said, here in Germany we have it in the law, but a lot of even completely peaceful protesters get just beat up by the police. Yeah, that's what happens here, mate. I would assume probably pretty much what happens over there is probably about the same as here now, Double Sour Boot said, Mike, apparently there's going to be new legislation regarding DX. If they ain't strict enough anyway. Yeah, I think Glow in the Dark mentioned that. What is it actually going to be? They're not going to make it so they're illegal, are they? Or is it going to be new ones are even worse, you know? Jack Striker, I just do videos involving items, but have never said why I do it. It's just target practice, end of. Just some random dude. I've never been somewhere outside the US, but my grandpa has been to Alaska 2 times. Colonel Pete said, not allowed to defend yourself in an offensive way. Oh, I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Glow in the Dark, oh, he's on. Yeah, Glow in the Dark said a bit late, but it was working late. He was just talking about you. You'd mentioned about the new DAC laws, hadn't you? I think. What actually is it then? It's just going to be more. It's not going to affect the old ones, is it? Are the old ones still going to be all right? Probably. Well, like mine, half of mine I can't actually sell now, but I'm not bothered by that. It's because foreigners think we all have posh accents. BBC pronounced English. Yeah. Yeah, this is what a proper English person sounds like, and Liam. Double Salvo, I think no cock and clicks at all, and all mags will be welded to the item, but some other stuff. Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah, that rings a bell. I think we did say about that. Yeah. Yeah, it's pity, isn't it? To be honest, when it gets to that stage, there's going to be pointless buying them because you might just buy something else instead. You know. And I must admit, some of the shotguns are all right up there, but the Chinese Model 80 success can't really do anything to that but pull the cocking lever back, you know. That's about it. And the trigger moves back and forward, but that's, you know. Richard Smith said, replying to weapon stuff, I thought of a way using 6 segments of blade and a lever to apply pressure to the blade so the blade can't collapse in the handle when holding the lever if a lever won't make. Yeah, I'd assume that could be classed as some kind of gravity knife, or disguise knife. Anything coming out the handle, I think, would be classed as a gravity knife, and that's definitely illegal. Yeah, again, more stupid, pointless laws. Glow in the Dark said, new DAC laws are still okay, but the new ones essentially are going to have the trigger mech modified so they won't dry fire actions will still move. So we should have read old DACs. Yeah, so yeah, old DAC laws are still okay. Yeah. Yeah, just before you came on, I just mentioned that you'd mentioned that recently. Jack Striker said, the thing is, I could make a usable 12 gauge in around an hour. Lol. Glow in the Dark said, just been through a stupid 6-hour course on this. Have you? Weird. Crazy Chicken Guide, the laws on DACs are stupid considering you can get shotgun license for 50 quid and a legitimate shotgun for another 50. How many people got on? Yeah, don't cost you a lot, really, does it? There'll be a day, one day, when we won't be allowed anything other. I'll have to have tools on there. Because I'll still set some in there. Yeah, if anyone sees that, that's just water. I didn't have a bottle to put my normally put it in an empty Coke bottle. Just some random dude said my brain fucking flips out when I hear UK. People call soccer football. It could be because I'm in America. We call it football because it's called football. Jumbo Sour, give it another 5 years and you'll be allowed to have on your walls potted plants and ribbons. Yeah, that way. They'll probably even make me take the bloody don't tread on me bloody flag, little tiny little flag down. That won't be that'll be too offensive. They're not Z. It's the cost of the gun safe, though. They are expensive, I believe. Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, they probably are. Probably, you know, a couple of £100, isn't they? X-Ray Zulu, you're right, mate. No Blatt said at Jack Strike, yeah, pretty much the point. Luton was defending back in the day. You can't ban the knowledge how guns work. Ronald Dark said, has anybody got an interest in leather police torch holders, cuff holders? Rex Shoemaker, Shoemaker has ceased trading and a lot of their overstock is for sale on eBay. Really good kit. I'll text Shoemaker. I'll have a look at that. I sort of am interested in that kind of stuff, but at the same time, always it depends on the price, you know. Right, where are my items for sale? I'm on there now. I'm on the wrong thing. Taylor Ashore, you right, mate? Just a round two. I don't talk about World War One and World War Two because I don't want to talk about political stuff. But no, World War One and World War Two is all right. I wouldn't class that as political per se. I mean actual proper politics, you know. And the thing is, I don't. Like, you can talk about it, but the problem is, if you talk about it, and this is to everyone, I don't have any answer for it. So it becomes extremely boring for me. I can't join in the chat because I've got nothing to contribute to it, you know, and it just becomes sort of pointless talking about things I've got no interest in, you know. Backstrike said a lot of cops I see don't have the first clue about gear or how to carry it. Waraboo waifu, should the military bring back flamethrowers and chemical weapons? I would definitely not. I wouldn't say. I'd say definitely not flamethrowers because that's quite a. I think if you're going to be, if you do the military, you should be killing people as efficiently as you could really, can't you? Flamethrowers aren't very efficient, I doubt. Well, they are, but you know you want to get it done quickly. I think, you know what I mean. X-Ray Zulu said it's Bill, Mike. Right, Bill. So I think I've asked yours and anyone's opinion on Hawk of the Forest 2 crossbow shoots 8mm steel BBs and a mixture of bolts. I think I'll have a proper look at that now. Hang on. I'll get back to you in a second, mate. Yeah, I've seen them, yeah. What's the price on it? That would depend, but I need to have a look, see what sort of price and all that it is, and power it is. Now, 80 quid, £120. You know, I think that'd be well worth getting for that price. I have thought about getting something like that before. It's just getting the money after time, you know. And I'll tell you what, not a lot of people, you don't see them on YouTube, do you? I think it looks good personally, but that I don't know a lot about it really. But that looks worth getting. Got the 2 options. I don't like their weird bolts they're shooting out of it. They're like almost like pistol bolts, aren't they? Norfolk Boy said you have no political views. Yeah, I sort of do, but I don't want to talk about them on here. You know what I mean? I'll be honest with you, I've never voted. So some people would say I haven't got the right to talk about politics, and I'm fine by that. Number Sabu ain't Diane Abbott, very sexy, intelligent woman, not. Very Dark said, watch out. And he said, one to watch out for, guys. Make sure if you collect inert or live shotgun ammunition, make sure you don't have slugs. Those are being viewed as an absolute offence now. If you have them, hand them in. Cheers for mentioning that. Yeah, funny thing is, I got rid of all of that kind of stuff recently just for that. Because I've noticed every time I get raided, they look at certain things differently. You know, one other thing I did, because I noticed they always want to take these. But I want to make sure that if they come around here, they literally can't do anything, you know. So I even drilled holes in the bottoms of these. These just empty one. I just use them for videos so that they can see they're empty. I mean, yeah, I also chucked away all my ammo apart from the ones I sold recently. Crazy Chicken Guy, I was looking at the same crossbow today until the payment system didn't work. Yeah, I think it looks good. If I was still working and had the kind of money I used to have, I would probably actually have most of the crossbows you could get. All the different kinds. It's just I have to be picky now. So I'm going to get one about every 6 months. If that. Crazy Chicken Guy, I was looking at the... he said that. Just some random dude said, I do remember that my great-grandpa lived during World War One and was a medic in World War Two. Yeah, my some of my grandparents were in, and their brothers and that was in World War Two, and my great-granddad was in World War One. He did his time, came home, decided to go back again, and then got shot by a sniper. I think it was one day before World War One ended. Weapon stuff says back. Where am I? Fuck, I'm way behind on the comments. Right, I'm going to quickly go through all these. Your blighted hands were Flaming North Extra Zulu, Blades and Bows. Done it myself. You're right, mate. Said, hello, Mark. I shot 3 rats on the allotment with my Webley this week, and I feel like fucking Rambo. I'm after a night scope now. Have you any tips? Oh, I couldn't really help you with that. I can't think of anything. I've never had like a night scope or anything. Some of these lot might be able to tell you, though. They may have. I'm so far behind. Norfolk boy said, fair enough, mate. Extra Zulu. He said, Blades and Bows, 50 quid, £120. Fact it shoot BBs, I'm thinking 3,000 BBs, 20 bolts, drop a rabbit. Yeah, that way. Spoiling rabbits. That one looks like. No, like, let's find someone else. Rod, you're right, mate. He said, what's happening regarding the online knife sales? Do you know? I think it's, no, I'll tell you what, I don't actually know at the minute. I think it's going to happen, but I don't know if it means we can still buy them if we produce ID or something. It's very confusing. Back striker, I've totally done with guns. Strings are the way to go. Owner stuff said, let's have a look at that crossbow. It's one of the Jando style ones, but with a much lower prod and a little magnet with a bolt. Extra Zulu said, agreed, Mike. Don't knowingly break the law. Good advice. Obviously, if it's really low power, not break apart from the dry fire due to tiny ammo. Learn Dark said, I've got capture spray like yours, and they come under section 5. Do exactly the same thing, drilled holes through the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, it's just if they see them, they want to take them, and then, you know what I mean? So it's a lot easier, isn't it, if they can just, you know. Richard Smith said, Mike, I'm planning on doing a handful of knives for sale. I've worked it out. I can make them 1040 and 1080 steel for 30 quid to make a profit. I'll have to zip through some of these comments and I'm a bit behind. So if I'm not replying, I'm sorry. I'll ask it again when I get that at the bottom. Frozen Chicken Guy, I get £175 dead. Callum said, if you ever make chili con carne, add refried beans. Add some more texture and figure it up. Oh, no, that's a good little tip because I like chili con carne. I've never tried, and I like refried beans as well. I can't remember if I said to you, Mike, but I need to find a crossbow scope that fits the 20mm rails for my Jander. Yeah, I did remember you saying that. Just some random dude. My grandpa's uncle was in Model 2. Crazy chicken. I had a granddad who was shot and bayoneted in Burma and lived, and also great uncle in the Boer War. They were both heroes. Extra dude said Jack Striker agreed that looking at Barnet, Sports Light Bow, next crossbow, Ozone Rage Elite. Little Blight said, by the way, how are the laws over in Britain concerning blank guns? I think the only blank guns we can have nowadays are like people like me who don't have any of the things needed for the black ones. You can have coloured ones. I think they have to be something like 50% a colour, something like that, if you know what I mean. Normally a bright colour, but some of them can be blue, which I don't think looks too bad. Number seven, I think it's all the no legislation isn't about gun violence. I think all this no legislation isn't about gang violence, but more the government is worried about civil uprising. Yeah, that's like I was looking at the BB bolt throwing crossbow the other day. Comes in Woodstock or ABS. Local shop has them. No, that's good. Yeah, I wish we had a shop walking distance, you know. We may have, but I don't know if it's still there. That's around, dude. Do you have a favourite horror movie? Possibly The Thing. But there's quite a few I like. It's probably like 10 of my favourite horrors. I also like Evil Dead, Brain Dead. They're not Z. Are you talking about the Black Hawk crossbow? B&B has in 55 quid at the moment. Yeah, that's it. Blown Dark Cop. I think we all agree that acid sales won't affect any of us, but knives and deactivated regs are going to push them underground. Bloody pointless. Just going to put the slow mode on because it's going a bit too fast for me to read the comments at the minute. So don't comment for a bit, because otherwise by the time I get back again, there'll be loads of comments again. So just slow down for the comments just for a couple of minutes. I'll let you know. I'll just put a little 20-second one on because it's getting, I can't keep up. Right, that should be on now. I don't know how much of a difference that'll make. Glow and Dark, I read his, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you there. Richard Smith said the high-powered crossbows aren't much fun to shoot after 50 bolts. Most people wouldn't want to shoot a £175 crossbow anymore. I totally agree with you there. Yeah, you shouldn't get bored of that when your fingers are killing and, you know, your muscles are out in. Actually said, Mike, look up Beasley Mine Trap right up your street. All right, I'll look that up. I'll let you know when I've seen it. Wereaboo said, make a potato gun. Yeah, I think Slingshot Warrior's always asking me to do that. I might do one day. There's no reason I wouldn't, you know. As long as it's legal over here, I'm sure it is. Open stuff, yeah, it's this crossbow modified with smaller ammo. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, a funny thing is, yeah, when I saw it, I did note, yeah, it's got the two separate limbs in it, sort of thing. Recurve with separate limbs. Slightly different stock in it. Oh, funny thing is, yeah, the mine traps, I have seen them, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, funny thing is, I think I spoke about them on my, not me, but I spoke about them to someone on my channel years ago. Jack Striker, favourite horror, Blood on Satan's Claw. You know what, I've never seen that, Jack, but as that's your favourite, I'll watch that. Just some random dude in my favourite horror movie, Child's Play. Yeah, that's good. That's the thing. The more, sometimes it depends what I've seen recently. I really liked It Follows. That was good. Oh God, I'm miles behind, didn't I? Weapons Off said, They do the Jando £90 as well, but I'm tempted to maybe buy that one at some point as well. That's around, dude. Do you like the design of Plague Doctor's mask? Yeah, a bit weird, but they're not, you know. Yeah, it's an interesting design, and it looks very weird. Jacob Sosky, right, mate? No Dark said, did you ever get a chance to watch Face? No, I've still got that written down, though. I'll get round to that eventually. I did look at that. It's still on the list. Richard Smith said, £150 crossbow is enough for me to... It's enough for me after 50 shots, knackered my back. Yeah. But not Z. The only film that scared me was Psycho, because it's about a madman. The madmen are real, not like the over-the-top supernatural crap. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I do prefer a more realistic one. You can get into it more, can't you? But I like all sort of horrors. But I'm going to meet the guy who trained Bear Grylls tomorrow. He does bushcraft and make knives. Can't wait. I'll take some pictures if you like. Yeah, definitely. That sounds good. Norfolk Boy, the house that dripped blood was good. Not seen that one either. That's some random doucher, but the thing that sucks about the ass is that it doesn't work. No, it's just there's flowers and petals in it, and it just smells nice. Jacob said, let me ask you this. Can you weaponize a gas mask? Oh, I don't know. I bet you probably could. No, blah. Well, It 2017 sucked. Yeah, I've read the book to it. I actually prefer the original miniseries of the two. The two films. The book's the best, obviously. Jack Striker said, Mike, sit undisturbed in a dimly lit room and submit yourself totally to the experience. I will, definitely. I'll even watch it at night, Jack. I'll tell you what, no one's going to be in this house for a week, even next week, so I'll watch it then. It's the one good thing. I reckon I'll be able to catch up on shitloads of stuff this week, or next week anyway, because everyone's going on holiday apart from me and my dad. So I ain't going to have a lot to do. So plenty of films. I'll watch that one at night. Crossbows, thoughts on the folding stealth type? Yeah, if it was the one with the folding limbs, I was going to buy one of them years ago, and I would still now. Yeah, I think they're probably worth getting. Norfolk Boy, Black Christmas, 70s one. Number so a deal. Norfolk Boy, Hammer House Horror. Yeah, I always used to like your Hammer House Horror stuff. House That Drip Blood is great. One of the classic Amicus anthology horror films with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee in it. This is due to Jumble Sabu, fuck's sake, don't eat the Sallies or drink the pop. So the first segment in the fictional killer is a genuinely creepy one. I may have seen it saying that, but I don't know. The House That Dripped Blood. Because some of these films I've seen without realising, you know. Just some random dude said, I do remember that weapons stuff did mention that the Plague Doctors could have worked if charcoal. I deleted it. Jacob said, I've got an idea. Let's weaponize a sword and weaponize a mug with it. Ben Dark, 1408 is a really good movie. A bit like The Shining in some respects. Yeah, I've read that and watched the film, and the film is pretty much spot on to the book or the story because it's not a full book. You know, I quite like that, and it is like The Shining, isn't it? Yeah. Matt Spartan said there is old jewellery box buried in our walls that plays music at night. Fucking hell. Yeah, that would be creepy. Norfolk Boy said it's old 70s, I think. Richard Smith said, I wish they still made the stock cocking crossbows like the Barnett crossbows. Yeah, so do I. Do you know I've got one of them, but the bloody string's broken and the pulleys. I need a whole new set of that. Little Blight said, last Halloween, my friends and I thought it would be fun to watch it. It was so boring, I started playing Stalker instead at some point. I didn't think it was terrible, but it's not as good as the original. I've noticed that horrors and crossbows are practically takedown bows. Is this so? I don't know. What do you mean, mate? This one ain't. Unless I'm mistaken, what you mean? Robert, can you weaponize a planet? Yeah, definitely. Also, have a new Predator looks good. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. It certainly don't look terrible, does it? It looks worth watching. Said, collector, I challenge you to collect all the bands and all the band. No, thanks. Not in this country, mate. So I'll end up getting banned. Glowing Dark said, not really weapon related, but I have just bought a reduced size movie accurate proton pack for my little girl. It's cool. I want a daddy size one now. Original GB though, not the modern 2016 piss. How much did that cost then? I bet that was, well, was it a lot or not? Or just some random dude. I always liked the Harry Potter book series. I didn't really like the movies. I never read any of them. But I know obviously people do like them. So, Boo, what do you think of Payday games, mate? I don't know what that is, I don't think. Is that them games that no, I've never played any of them. No, I've never played any of them or even seen anything about them. Jumble sound. X-Ray said, Jacob's Oscar, I've got tactical bookies pencil, so I'll take 10-inch blow to it. Yeah, I could do your demo then. What, like that, is it? I like that. Bill Black said the problem was it was just predictable and the Oda Clown is going to kill this kid now. Yeah. I'll tell you what, the book is 10 times better than the film. Robin's said Merlin sold a Jando 4-time scope for 30 odd quid. I can't find anything else. I'll order that at some point. That sounds quite good, you know, especially if it's Jando, it's going to definitely work, isn't it, I'd assume. And that's not 30 odd quid's all right, I think. I'd get that. Axis early horizontal takedown assembly is pretty straightforward. Limb removal, pre-strung takedown. But oh no, this one doesn't do that. I don't know about the other ones. Yeah, yeah. This one doesn't do that. But yeah, is there one that does then? Is that what you mean? Your Blight said Payday is good. Been playing way too much Payday recently. I'm a Spartan. Is that green dust cover above your display board? Yeah, or well, it's a bit of both. It's dust cover, a green screen. Yeah, so I've used it as a green screen, but it is a green screen, really. But yeah. That's it. Well, weapon stuff issue is finding a crossbow scope for mid-powered recurves rather than the ones that only work 400 odd feet per second compound. Saying that. Maybe I'll take the scope off my £175 compound I never used due to the power and see if it'll work okay on the jump there. I reckon it probably will. You could always try it. I'll tell you what, Liam, why don't you try that first? And if it don't work, then get one. You know what I mean? I reckon that'd be the way to go, wouldn't it? That's what I'd do. Going Dark said, Proton pack I built myself, but the kit was £1,500. Bloody hell. It took me about 2 months to make. Guy in London called Grieg makes them. That's a lot, yeah. I didn't think it'd be that much. Jacob said, do you think anybody would be scared of the Stucker dive bomber and more weaponized one? I'll be honest with you, mate, I don't know a lot about stuff like that. I don't know what it looks like. Yeah, I think they would, wouldn't they? That would be coming at you. UK Survivor, right, mate? Said, hi, mate. Tomorrow, finally doing a video on some survival gear. Got my computer fixed. By the way, if any of you lot do videos and you think I would be interested in watching them, let me know. Either send me the videos, because I'll be honest with you, I don't subscribe to a lot of people. Some days in my actual subscription, I only have 10, 15 videos. So if you do videos and you think I'd be interested in, let me know. Cam said, got any paper you can do a cut test with a bow? I don't think it's quite cut. I don't think it's quite paper cutting sharp, but yeah. Right, hang on. I didn't get it that sharp. I didn't bother. Let's have a go. You see? Nah. But I knew it wasn't quite that sharp. I didn't bother getting it quite. I had a bit there. But I knew it wasn't. I never bothered doing it quite that sharp for the bottle cutting. I could always, the thing is, I could always just put a bit more of an edge on, couldn't I? Yeah, it's just the re-zeroing that scope will be a pain in the arse on the beast of 125. Yeah, I suppose that's, yeah. Yeah, well, that's another point, isn't it? Yeah. Now you say that, yeah, maybe leave it on then. That's why I've not done that one yet. But once I've got a laser and the batteries now. Once I've said, oh, little bloke's going, I think. Got to go. See you later, mate. Once I've said, yeah, the Stucker was demoralising in World War II, and A10 with a Stucker siren worked well. It was, yeah, the recurve rifle bows seem to come pre-strung. I may be wrong. I'm looking at the bow, so I'm hopeful. I'm hoping it is so. Yeah, these little ones definitely don't. But yeah, no, I think that'd be good if them that would be good. Like a it would be like a takedown bow, wouldn't it? Rumble turbo, you got to neganise that bat, mate. The next time I go back up the woods, I'll get some of that barbed wire, definitely. Diamond Flint, right, mate? I said hello, bud. It's tactical bushcraft. Oh, bloody hell. You know how many people ask about you? Ah, good to see you on, mate. He said they're still knocking about into knife throwing now. Yeah, I like your knife throwing. God, has anyone noticed you're on yet? Jack Striker, as you're saying, tactical bushcraft's on. Yeah, good to see you on, mate. Yeah, that surprised me. Weapons Staff said I used it in every bloody movie when a plane crashes, even jets. Oh, what, the noise? Callum said, not bad. That usable edge went through the bottle as well. Yeah, I knew it wasn't quite sharp, but good enough for the bottles, you know what I mean? Jacob said, can you do true Slavic? Got next squad. I don't know what that means. Peter Smith, those 175 £200 compound bows today are all shooting easily 90 foot-pounds of energy, overkill for almost anything. Hector Jr. said, the Spooks and the Spectre gun ships circa Vietnam, hearts of chain guns. Weapons and stuff. Yeah, I've said many times, £100 recurve is all you really need. Yeah. Leonard Dark said, I make vids mostly demonstrating police kit, but I have to be careful as I got a row due to Perspex for showing a PAVA locker. Go figure. And then Simon said, forgot my channel's password. Bloody hell. Ah, that's petty. Yeah, we quite often mention you on here, mate. And I did a video about some of the channels that we all used to watch, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned you on there. If you're not in the video, we spoke about you in the comments. Oh, it's good to see you still about. I know you ain't got no videos on, but I'm going to put you a subscriber on there. If you ever do, I'll know. Dead Not Z said, oh, I can't see Exo's comment for some reason. It's weird. It's not been hidden or nothing. Where Blue Wolf said, do you what a World War III where a bunch of soldiers camp in buildings, or World War III where it's a lot like Western Front? I don't know. Tom Flint said, nice to know that. Yeah, I missed your crossbow videos, mate. Weapon and stuff. I expect most people won't want World War III at all. Well, no, exactly. Right, where am I? Just looking something up quickly. Jacob Soska said, waifu, more like the buildings. People have killed elephants with bows that are only 50 pounds of energy. Not that I promote elephant hunting. Yeah, I think I've actually seen videos of that myself. I'm set to live chat. Yeah, I've got it on live chat if you mean me. Oh, you mean Zed not Z, yeah. Yeah, that's an easy thing to do. Simon said recently got into knife throwing. Yeah, so have I. I haven't got any of my knives, my throwing knives in here, sadly. But yeah, I've just got into that myself. I really enjoy it. I think someone in one of my I think it was possibly my Patreon, one of the Patreon supporters asked me to do a bit of knife throwing. So I made a throwing knife, and then yeah, no, I love it. I've made a couple of backstabs. I got a log round, an end grain one I made, just a pine board one. Yeah, it's good fun, isn't it? I really like it. If once you get the distance and that right, you can get, and you've watched a couple of videos showing you how to do it, you get into it quite quickly, can't you, Sean? They're not the Jacob Sausage said, what do you think will cause next world war? I don't know. I ain't got a clue, mate. UK survivor, weapons and stuff. What do your parents think of all the gas masks? I have 5 and mine think I'm crazy. Richard Smith, I wouldn't want a war if it could be avoided. I hate hurting people, seeing others suffer. Yeah, I totally agree with that there, Richard. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was, who wouldn't want sort of world peace if you could have it? Do you know what I mean? It'd be a wonderful thing, wouldn't it? That's the thing. Also, people think you got a lot of weapons. You must be violent. Not necessarily true at all. Do you know what I mean? I think we are more likely to see lots of civil wars and region conflicts rather than another world war. He said, they're pleased that it makes me money, lol. Simon said, astonished that a thrown knife sticks way deeper than a stabbed one. Yeah. Yeah, funny, I noticed that myself because I was actually trying to stab, when I was trying to stab the throwing knife into the log, it would barely go in. But when you throw it, it would go in. But yeah. Yeah, I've never really been into, well, when I was about 16, I used to like throwing a knife into the door. And then I had one go about 3 or 4 years ago and I couldn't hit anything in at all. But that was without watching any videos. And I watched some of old Adam Cheladin's videos and I was sticking them after second throw. I'm a Spartan. I do not want World War III, but if it happens, I would prefer it sooner rather than later as I am young enough to fight. To be honest, I think if there's a World War III, it'd just be bombs and then everyone's fucked, personally. Doubt there would be a lot of fighting. That's without really going into it, I don't know. X-Ray Zulu said World War III, logically, a mass colour humans wouldn't be a bad event. Yes, on a personal level, but globally it would be a positive event. Yeah, I can see your point there. Jumbo Serbo, the thing is, wars and plagues keep the world population down. It's not. You're right, mate. Robinson said, X-Ray Zulu, that bird flu strain currently looks like it's getting closer to killing 4% of the human population. Jacob Soska said, so lagging. Lagging a bit, is it? Right, I'll get my coffee out. Who watches Malcolm's streams and knows what his one item for survival would be? I want you to write it down if you know. I'm sure actually Zulu knows. And then once someone answers, I can have a bit of coffee. Actually, Julie said it's definitely time to actually see what a parasitic disease species humans are. We raped this planet, not nurture it. Come on, someone's got to tell me what Malcolm's one item in a survival situation would be. Then I can have some coffee. It was really said man-made like AIDS, stuff. H7N9 is the strain for those if you're interested in looking it up, who is worried it might mutate and cause global pandemic. Simon Flint says, stream's okay for me, Rob. Double Sabush is vodka. Nah, water. I'll be fucked if I was, well, actually, I wouldn't have had that much if it was vodka, but yeah. Simon, have you been watching many of the streams, or is this the first one you've been on? I'll tell you, it's really made my day, you coming on here. Because you'll be surprised how many times people have mentioned you. Iron Man's back said, boots on the ground wins wars, bombs cannot win alone. No, I suppose there's always got to be after. Finally, X-ray zero. Thank you. Now I can have my coffee in my metal mug. That actually is Max. And we'll say Abu said, no, Max won off 5 like mid vodka, yeah. X-ray zero said, one item long metal mug or my knife. No, metal mug. Yeah, metal mug. Yeah, that actually is his metal mug as well. Simon Flint said, my weapon purchase selection has changed since terrorism thing. More riot shields and stab-proof vests, etc. Yeah, definitely. Well, it's got to go now, isn't it? It's for that really now, isn't it? You know, that's saying too much. Actually, but one item in survival scenarios, a rescuer. Rita Smith, I mean, if someone was attacking me, I would fight back, but I wouldn't go looking for trouble. Yeah, exactly. That's the way to live, mate. Totally agree with you there. Weapon stuff. China is also having H5N1 outbreak at the moment as well. Massively populated dense country like China and India will be breeding ground for super plague. Yeah, times of the stand, isn't it? Simon said, first stream I watched, bud. Yeah, they're not. This is a bit hectic today. I'm struggling to read the comment. Normally I can read them and answer everyone. Going a bit mad tonight. Sometimes it's a bit slower. Today it seems like a good one, you know, the comments. Robin says, oh, I thought a good template for a riot shield earlier, Mike. Take the front cover from a pedestal fan, adding a handle and reinforcing it. Yeah, yeah, you know, yeah, that's just that right shape, isn't it? Very good idea. Yeah, and it's got the things. Yeah, it's good. Kept a couple of frying pans recently. My dad kept laughing when I said I want to keep these frying pans. I want to make some bucklers out of them. But they're perfect for that kind of stuff. You're obviously like me, Liam, and I bet a lot of you others are like it. You see things everywhere that can be used for things, you know. As Europeans, we should be preparing for the retaking of no-go zones. Robo said, I kind of want a war like in the book 1984. It pretty much a balanced war, in my opinion. Richard said to Richard Smith, what you're looking at, lol. Stuff. Robo, unless you are in a party, that's a horrible scenario. I'm asked about the man in the right usually wins the fight. How many we got on? This is quite a good one today, by the looks of it. Only about 20 now. How many did we have on? 28 concurrent. Yeah, it's nice getting a decent bit of chat today. X-Ray said, Rita Smith, serious note, just because we can, don't mean we should. Yeah, that's a good saying, that, and I agree with that. Weapon stuff. I was working on the fan today, and I set it back up. Haven't used it in a year, as I use my water cooler more often, but I noticed the shape was ideal when I was screwing it back together. Yeah, funny thing is, I've never really looked at it that way, but it is. It's perfect shape. You can see through it. It all depends how strong it is. A stronger one, you know. But yeah, definitely some. You could definitely use it and modify it, couldn't you? Almost Barton said, "Don't trouble till trouble troubles you." Yeah, exactly. Simon said, "Most recent purchase was a hand forged 5160 English broadsword. Didn't realise a double-edged sword swings faster than a single edge. Less air resistance, I guess, like a plane's wings." That's it. I never knew that, but yeah, that makes sense when you say that. It would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, it is pretty much the shape of a wing, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know if you've seen my little short sword I made recently. I don't know. Have you been watching videos? Because of the law changes, I had to modify this back to something that would be legal. So I made a little short sword with a V guard on it. And then that Japanese 32 type sword up there, which I've had for absolutely years, which I thought was a load of old crap, turns out to be a really decent sword. I've got to make sure I don't tell the bloke who gave me it now in case he wants it back. But it's probably been mine longer than it ever was his, so I won't give it back anyway now. Gift's a gift, and it? You can't take a gift back. But I made that, and then the other day I had a broken machete blade. I made that. Nice big 10-inch Bowie. 10-inch blade Bowie, anyway. Jacob Sausage says Spartan because motivation. Richard Smith, I think the aluminium baseball bat is an underrated shit hit fan tool. No edge alignment or sharpening required. Yeah, good old baseball bat does a lot of damage. Jacob said, would you be able to arm a squad of mercenaries? Possibly, yeah, probably. The Hawk of the Forest update, apparently good for 25 yards. Yeah, that's all right, isn't it? With 8mm BBs, so 75 feet. I'll test that. Yeah, that's proper decent, isn't it? Yeah, it's all, it'd be about the power of the BBs, wouldn't it? I wonder. That's worth getting a test in, and someone like yourself doing some like realistic tests, you know. Jim P, the thing about your Bowie knife is that I think you should have given the back a bit more of a curved edge. Yeah, I just didn't want to work on it too much, if I'm honest. Which bit do you mean? This bit? I could always do another one and have a proper curve in it. I quite like the look of that, though. But yeah, I may do more. I'll do one of more of a curve. For the first one, I wanted to see what the cut like and all that, and you know, I know what you mean. It's quite nice, so I thought. I suppose it's all personal preferences. JDR survival, Bowie knife, Bowie knife. Callum said I'm going to do that on mine, the curve thing. Yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, anyway, I don't know if I said in the video I rushed it a bit. I was just excited to do it. Do you know what I mean? And I just wanted it done. The whole thing took me, well, no more than 4 hours, definitely. So yeah, if I took longer, what I probably would do if I made a second one, I would do the curve in the back, and I would have the little bit sticking out there as well. But I did originally cut that into the wood, and then I just decided to cut it off. Or I drew it on the wood anyway, and then I just didn't bother anyway. Yeah, that's what I would do. Possibly have the guard where it goes up and down, you know. But for speed, that, you know, three to 4 hours for that. We'll give it another hour, and I could put the curve in and a little bit at the bottom. It'll be. I've got a feeling this is going to be one of many because I really like it. Wouldn't mind doing an even bigger one of a 12-inch blade. Pocket full, you're right, mate. Extra Juba said Hawk bow. It comes with short bolts. No, on pistol bolts. I've done a bit of homework. 14-inch bolts are good. Yeah, I don't like the thought of them little pistol bolts in a rifle crossbow. It doesn't look right, does it? You'd be better off with small rifle bolts, wouldn't you? I think. Surely that would go in it better, wouldn't it? Richard Smith said the Hawk of the Forest shoots 12 foot-pound with steel BBs. Oh, well, that's good. Is that because that's what that would only be allowed to? Jacob said, did you know some Soviet units were issued handmade knives, and if they lost it, they were without? I did not know that, but I suppose that's a bit like World War One, isn't it, where a lot of people had their own handmade knives, didn't they? Jim P said, no, it's very impressive, mate. Actually said, Mike, I'll do an unboxing initial thought video when my Hawkbow comes. Oh yeah, I forget you do videos, don't you, X-Rays? Yeah, so I will see that. Yeah. I'll look forward to that. It'll be interesting. I always prefer people like us as tests as well. They're more realistic because you're not trying to pretend it's stronger or anything. You know what I mean? We're trying to show our friends and that what's worth getting. Alan Pete said mine will have ash handle, brass pins, and a guard, and curved swedge. I look forward to it, mate, because I know that they can look lovely. You know, because that's a bare. I would class that as like a bare minimum one. You know, straight guard, plain oak handle, basic blade, and that looks nice enough, don't it? Jacob said your face looks so good in HD. Cheers. Glad I brushed my teeth earlier then. As said earlier, pistol bolts and a full-size crossbow are dry fire risk. Yeah. Well, when I had a bolt flip up on me, that was from firing a pistol bolt in a homemade rifle crossbow. And it flipped up, hit me in the head, but luckily it was the back of the bolt. Jumble Bill, I'm a stickler for a big Bowie. You did well to make that primitive Bowie you made, mate. Callum said, yeah, looks nice. Lil Blatt said, I wish I could make knives that nice. Rich Smith said, yeah, that 12-foot-pound law is only for barreled weapons, not rails or weapons like the projectile that fits over the barrel, not in the barrel. Oh, so it's just a coincidence that it's 12 foot-pounds then. I didn't know if they'd done it 12 foot-pounds because they had to. Pocket Full, I thought I was looking at Stallone with you and that nice then, mate. Does he have these long sidebands though? X-Ray said agreed. Proper thoughts on our own kit, maybe save a chap of wrong, and my Pathfinder kit presents good but well overpriced. But yeah, you know, you can believe us more, can't you? Do you know what I mean? Callum said, Mike, go on Heine Haynes. They just got the cold steel Shore Flight throwing knives in. Jacob said, did you ever think an intruder could use your collection against your HD face? Probably not. Probably not. Jim P said, you still have the tactical machete? Yes, on the wall, look. Can you see it over there? This camera's delayed, so I'm going to hold my hand up. I'm probably going to... Hang on, where's the other thing? Right, the tactical meat cleaver is just there. I'll get it down if you want. Actually, I think bows have no limit, but bow laws are ancient laws. Them boots of Stallone, never heard of him. No, this is the bloke who's got a statue of Stallone in his house as well. I'll go on in. Melanie Rob said, hello, sorry I'm a bit late, just got in. Good to see you on, mate. Pocketful said, another live stream, another week. Where are the groupies? I'm going to get some for you, mate. Well, I thought I had one when I got the compliments about my HD face. But then I don't think it was. Random stuff. I wonder if the large metal wheel from a wheelbarrow would work as a small shield. Yeah, it probably would as well. It might be heavy though. Cam said, Mike, please go on Heiny Haynes and post a link to the Offensive Weapons Bill 28 page so we can all sign it. I'll do that. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Callum. I'm going to actually do a video maybe as well at latest on Monday. I'm going to do a video posting the petition that UK Knives Warehouse is doing, and at the same time I'll do the Heiny Haynes one as well then, or Henny Haynes, whatever it is. How do you pronounce it? Henny Haynes or Heiny Haynes? And I want to say it right when I'm on there. I'll do it as late as Monday. I may do it earlier, but yeah. So I'm glad you mentioned it. I can do that on that one then. Right, just catch up a bit now. Simon said recently got £175 Horizon Rage X. Love it, but was wondering how light a bow it would be. Happy with. Most of the bolts are between 19 grams and 25 grams, depends on the head. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one properly yet. Dumble Boo said 3 full-size Rambo statues, actually. I knew you had at least one. I was getting one. Rita Smith said there are crossbows that shoot 65 foot-pounds with 12 millimeter steel BBs at 480 feet per second, but they won't ship to the UK. No, that's a pity, isn't it? Tom Flint, I read that. Wearaboo, we need Rambos in the military. I filmed a video today about the selectively applied discretion laws are bad for knives and liberty. Tom Flint said the Horizon Rage X appears way more powerful than my Jaguar, even though both rated at 175. That's weird, isn't it? I suppose it's the different FPS, I suppose, and not draw length, whatever you call it, power strokes in it. But yeah, Jacob said we need more patriots in the military. Callum, I say Henny, but I think it's Heiny. Be honest, mate, I say those things wrong, so it's probably Henny. Well, how do you spell vein? Is it V-E-I-N? Vein, Ven, Vein, Heiny? Oh, fuck no, I don't know. I'll get worse as I look at it. More confusion. Maybe I'll say Henny, then Heiny afterwards. That was well worth. On 4 with the screen used deputy jacket display, I guess. Rita Smith says, Simon Flint, don't shoot less than 20-inch bolts from compound crossbows. A risk of dry fire and possibly broken crossbow. Exo Zulu HH got email from them today saying the new knife delivery law has come into effect. I think Mad Dog had an email from one of them saying to do a petition. So I'll do that. I'll mention them both. From myself, what about several round metal trays, oven trays, stuck welded, bolted together, the handle? Could do. I suppose it just all depends on the size. But a great big frying pan would be big enough, I think. Jacob Oscar, I'm going to rejoin in a second. I'll see you in a bit, mate. Pocket full. Do you have any cold steel gear axes? No, I ain't got. No, I've only got a cold steel pocket shark. Axles are Simon Flint. Next bow is a Rage Elite. It's basically same, but string dampeners a Ling. Simon Flint is not a compound or a recurve. It's a single curve hybrid bullpup. I just saw this shake my head. London's murder rate is soaring because of feral use of stabbing people multiple times with zombie knives, making it virtually impossible for paramedics to save them. One of Scotland Yard's most senior officers has suggested. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. They just talk utter bullshit, don't they? No Blanche at home, God, the media is at it again. Rita Smith, I delaminated my limb on my 145-pound bow from shooting a too light an arrow. Simon's probably shooting what's recommended, I suppose. He's, from watching his old videos, he does know a lot about crossbows and I know about bows, but I know he knows. I can't remember if he ever did have bow videos, but I know he definitely knows a lot about crossbows. So he's probably shooting what is recommended. If any of you lot have never seen Tactical Bushcraft's videos, go on and I'll put a link on in a second. But this is Simon's channel, his old channel. He said he's lost his password, so he can't get into it. Go on there, you'll see all these crossbows and that. Actually said petition, yes, the Sun has one to ban all knives. I think Mad Dog Survival is requesting help with a petition from Knife Seller. Yeah, that's the one I was on about, mate. It's doing all right. You know, I only got like the low thousands, but yeah, it's one of the I think it was knifewarehouse.uk or something. .co.uk. Actually said, I'm telling you, mate, they're disarming the population to round them up. Yeah. Yeah. It seems that way, doesn't it? Weapon stuff, you can buy old drums on eBay very cheap. Could that be cut up into parts and made into a shield? Oh, oil drums. Yeah, I think so. I did see someone actually make a riot shield out of it was a plastic oil drum, but I think it was quite thick, but I'm not sure. But yeah, metal one definitely. I think so. It's all about the weight, isn't it? Really. Simon said the one supplied were 21 grams, so I'll try and go same or heavier. But the Rage X has such a focus recoil. I was just wondering. Yeah. I assumed, I know from your videos, mate, that you would you're like me. I would go for what is recommended or a bit heavier. Yeah, you know. Neil Blight said, "What do you think about airsoft rifles?" Yeah, I think they're all right if you're into that kind of stuff. I've got a airsoft Spouse 12 up there, but it's more for display, really. Yeah, you know, there's nothing wrong with them. They're good display things and good to rather mess around with, or do the airsoft stuff if you're into that. Simon said, £32 round Chinese police issue clear polycarbonate shield is lovely size. eBay. That's good price as well, isn't it? Shields When we were allowed to riot, good old black and white days. Metal dustbin lids adapted with an arm loop idea. Yeah. I don't know why I've never mentioned it, because I know someone who's got a bin lid shield as well. You could probably keep that in your car boot as well. You know, it's only a bin lid, isn't it? Callum said, I think Heine Hain petition has 5,000 out of 10,000 needed. So we all need to sign it. At the 100, yeah, is that 10,000 or the 100,000? Yeah, 10,000. Yeah, I'll do a video about it soon. I'll mention the Heine Hains one or the Henny Hains one and the UK warehouse one, I think, UK knife warehouse. Webstuff, has anyone ever bought one of those shields though? As some riot shields are utter crap. That's if you even get it through customs. Simon Flint said, does the Spaz 12 shoot 3 pellets at once? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's that one. I don't know if there's something wrong with that one, but it's so weak. I was going to use it for one of my shooting competition videos just for a bit of a laugh, shooting 3 at a time, but they wouldn't even pierce a piece of paper. Bill Black said, I have an Airsoft L96. Makes a good display piece and is okay for target shooting at shorter ranges. Yeah, you know, they're good fun to shoot and that, you know, there's nothing wrong with them. Actually, really minor strike footed modern Civil War. Like, you're right, you know, and that's a good place to get some tips from if you wanna get ideas for things. Watch them kind of things. Watch all these you know, strikes and riots and that, you know, or civil wars in other countries, and you soon start to learn some of the good things that people can use, and the very inventive things people come up with. And then you also get to see some of the ridiculous stuff people come up with. I remember there's that famous picture of the bloke with the I think he's got a bloody I can't remember what you can call them now. What's the jackets when you life jackets? You know, like, is it a life jacket that would call? You know, if you fall into water, one of them. Unless he packed something in it. Like I said, I'm bin back. Yeah, traffic cone helmets. Yeah, exactly. I'm still waiting for my Airsoft AK Vietnam era M60 to turn up. Yeah, life jacket preserve. Yeah, the bloke, he had some big old gardener's gloves on, a bloody life preserver jacket on. But I suppose you could probably stuff that with stuff. You know, that at least that little jacket would hold. You might be able to put some plates in it or something. I don't know. Black sounds really nice. CBRN, you're right, mate. X-Ray Zulu, he said, riots, lol, every fucking weekend our life before the fucking frogs took over. Cheese drinking, wine eating frogs. Oh, I'm going to have finished all my coffee within less than an hour. I meant to bloody keep it going a bit. Simon Flint said, most notable thing is the most common injury in a right is head injury, so at least get a bump stop baseball cap. Yeah, we spoke about helmets and that on here, and improvised helmets if you had to maybe even get in, because anything would do. Crash helmets or even a hard hat would protect your head, wouldn't it? You know, from some things. It's not going to stop a bullet, but then a lot of things won't. I even went to the stage of saying maybe a hard hat with some soft Kevlar wrapped around it, you know, might be better than nothing. What would be better than nothing? Not it might be, it would be better than nothing, wouldn't it? Jacob said everyone weaponise all their wives and husbands. Richard Smith, I think having a little medical knowledge in a civil unrest would be priceless. Recovering from an injury is extremely important. Yeah, that's a very good point, actually. Yeah, very good. Well worth knowing medical stuff, wouldn't it? You know, save people's lives. My old man, you right, mate? Good to see you on. Where a boosted, I bet the Cleavery can shoot through those riot shields. What's Liam shared? Let's have a look. Oh, not yet. Actually, I've got some of them in the shed. I've actually got some of them in the shed. Well, I haven't, but we've got some of those in the shed. Yeah, they're perfect, wouldn't they? You're obliged to have a fencing helmet, as I actually do fencing. Yeah, that would work. One of those from Tool Station would be great for blows, not bullets, obviously. Yeah, you're right, mate. CBR entered. Mike, do you have a Rector Strict Gun Apps airsoft pistol? No, I don't know what that is, mate. Hang on, I'm going to look it up. No, I ain't got one of them. I had something similar once in a blank firer. I don't have a TAR, whatever that was. TAR 21, mate, sorry. Any major future riot would be put down by armed surveillance, acoustic weapons. What a bit of brown sound, whatever they call it. Brown sound coming. Brown sound and brown pants. Oh, God. Shouldn't laugh at your own jokes, should you? Myself, if you ever have a spare, do a video testing it, then I'll have to, what I'm planning to, what I need to do is find out if there's any like broken ones, and then I'll do it. It's been on the books for a while, but I didn't want to just take one and, you know, in case it was one they use for work. But I'll ask soon. I'll ask Malk. Jacob also said, can you dematerialize or rematerialize? I can do both, mate. Richard Smith, a half-face motorcycle helmet would be my headwear in shitted van. Mine, if I had to, would be like if I don't ever buy anything, it would be a hard hat. But I'm probably going to buy a proper ex-police helmet soon or something like that. I said, what's the shitty weapon anyway? Ben, you right, mate? He said, evening, lads. West Yorkshire catapults here and makers of all manner of issues fly items. Right, mate? Good to see you on, Glenn. What's your channel? I'm going to have a look, mate. Oh, nice. You make catapults in that, do you, Glenn? Nice. Simon Flint said, I have a couple of quick clot things in my Riot FA first aid kit, expensive but good for stab wounds. Yeah, weirdly enough, we've got some of those as well. But see, we've got a lot of this kind of stuff that we're all mentioning, but it's for work. Because they use chainsaws, they got to have that kind of stuff just in case. So we've got some of that if we needed it. CBRN said, okay. Dumble Salvo said, I laugh at mine, as I'm the only cunt that does. Oh, God. I laugh at them. You do catch me with some good ones every now and then. I can't remember what that last one was. There was one that you surprised me with, the catchphrase. Oh, it was the burning their ass on the light bulb. I like that one. Because I didn't know where that one was going. Bill Blight said, the interesting thing is fencing clothing are sometimes made of Kevlar. I have a full set from Kevlar. Stab-proof vest would be cheaper though. Yeah. Well, it all depends what ones, because some of the bulletproof Kevlar ones aren't really fully stab-proof. And if you get my bulletproof and stab-proof one was 500 quid. Simon Flint said, we all need to stick some bottles of water in our cars. London has surpassed Bangladesh and is now the worst place for corrosive liquid attacks. Yeah, I spoke to that about Shed Ninja once. He was on about that. But yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? Yeah, well, it's a simple thing to have on you. Jacob said, isn't it a wonder we buy expensive stuff when we have those sickles, granddad's helmet, stuff at home, and angry wife? Actually, in a riot situation, flying objects become the main issue. 1,500 well-prepared rioters got together. Tear gas wouldn't bother them. At that stage, people start getting shot, worrying for England. Yeah. Simon Flint had my stab proof vest for 25 quid, ex-detective, very comfy, and stops 9mm. Yeah, that's the, you can get them very cheap, can't you? The one I bought was brand new, custom fit to me. That's why it was that kind of price. But we've got a couple of second chance body armors. Yeah, they was 30 quid each. TBRN, I practiced fencing earlier. I still have equipment left. Glenn said, yeah, catties is my profession. Now a good vast selection of skills acquired and still growing daily. Check my Instagram and eBay. I do a good selection of lethal toys in the eyes of the UK law. I will do, mate. I've bookmarked your channel. I'll go and have a look later if you've got any links on there. Neil Blight said, yeah, full set of fencing clothes is about €500, including down. Ah, so it is dear then, yeah. Mailman said, I've got a reenactment Viking sword. We'll make a video soon. Real battle sword, just no live edge. I look forward to that, mate. Other stuff, yeah, I have a video pending telling people to buy ex-police armour while they still can. 30-40 quid for loads of stab and bulletproof resistant vest on eBay. Yeah, I need to get a couple soon. Just trying to decide what to get first. What's more important. I wouldn't mind having about 5 or 6 vests here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 vests here, but I'd probably need at least another 2 or 3. Ben said half decent hunter by now up to about 25 meters. Jacob said, Collector, do you ever have an angry wife? No, I'm single, mate. I ain't got to worry about that. Jake said, you're right, Cars, what you been up to? Not much today, mate. Just doing bloody cleaning up and crap like that. Yeah, we'll have to meet up soon. I'll message you later. Maybe next weekend. When I said, yeah, you have your vest, get a helmet next, then more vests. I think I'll do that then. That is what I need. I need the helmet. Oh, man said a whopper melon or two. Yeah, definitely. Rita Smith, I can't find the police vest in my size. They always seem to sell out. CBRN said, are you interested in gas masks? I have a slight interest in gas masks. I'm not massively into them. Although, I'll be honest with you, I watch every single one of Liam's videos. But that's because I find him interesting and I like, you know, he's an interesting person to watch. But yeah, I will be honest with you. I'm not massively into gas masks, but I find it's still interesting to watch. I don't collect them. I've got one, and I will buy I've got the Nokia M61 V2, I think it is. I need to buy a converter for it and some filters, and then I'll be all set. Jake said, all right. Execution said, I've noticed higher armed police presence with larger round guns. In my opinion, because vests are ready available, revert back to 303 round penetrate concrete there. Could be, it could be. Anybody seen those American videos training for encounters with homosexuals? Dumbledore Blue said an angry wife is the only weapon you will ever need, although it has a tendency to turn on you if you don't respect its lethal capabilities. Other stuff. Richard Smith, depending on the type of vests, you may need one if you're taller than you need. Older police vests are shorter, so I bought a larger size when I needed to cover my belly. Ben said, still at it in the shed anyway. I'll listen in. Tips on shit hit the fan. Yeah, cheers for joining in, Glenn. Other stuff. The old vests were pretty dumb as you could still get gutted as it only covered the upper, not lower torso. Yeah, when I bought mine, you had an option. You could, it still comes right down, but you could have it slightly higher for sitting down, because that was the only thing. When you, because they're covert vests, when you sit down, it's right up to your chin. So they just cut a little bit off, so when you sit down, it's still hidden. But if you're not hiding the vest, it doesn't really matter. For a boosted, I like the old school military helmets. Not like said, I think shit hit the fan, I'll try Building an SMG. Don't fit to the police. I carry high velocity now. Either HK G36 or something that fires the FM57 cartridge. And then Liam said G36 is 5.56. The problem with those vests is that they leave certain parts vulnerable, as was shown by the plod who got wounded by machete. Yeah, I suppose it's like everything, though. To be covered up completely, that would be the only way when you won't be able to move. But I suppose it's better than nothing, isn't it? Like everything. But I know what you mean, though. You know, there are vulnerable parts. Still are. Rich Smith said, thanks for the stuff. I'll keep looking on eBay every now and then. I'm 6'2" tall, and most of my height are always sold out. Weapon Stuff said, armour is always a trade-off between movement and protection. Yeah, that's 100% true. Don't say they got him in the neck and the armpit, I believe. Weapon Stuff, yeah, 5'8", so I've got a 6-foot vest, but I can understand your pain, yeah. We've got a very, very strange vest here. One of them second chance ones. It's so small, it looks like a child's vest. Or a very, 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 like a slim woman. Really small, it's bizarre. Certainly won't fit me, but I don't need to worry about that anyway. Because I've got, like I said, I've got a custom fit. It's made to measure. If you want a bit more arm coverage and neck protection, buy a flak vest, as they are designed to give shrapnel protection. I suppose you could always just get some of the cheap, you know, if it really came down to it, you could always buy the cheap vests, cut them up, and add on bits. You know, you could add a bit sticking down lower. You know, if your vest came down to here, you could cut a bit to the crotch. You know, you might even better put a collar on it. You know, stuff like that. If you wanted to, or get a flak vest. Richard Smith said it's better to have some passive protection than no protection at all. Neil Blatt said, I have some old school leather armour in my closet. Too small for me now, though. Double Sarbush, 2 prostitutes sitting on a park bench, one said to the other, have you ever been pulled by the fuzz? She replied, no, but I've been swung around by the tits. I have heard that one. Yeah, that one about the burning his ass in the light bulb, I love that, because I didn't see that coming. Everyone been liking the stream? How many have we got on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the chat. Yeah, Black said instant demonetization. My whole channel's been demonetized, mate. That happened a long, long time ago. I'm not allowed any ads on my videos. That's why I have to rely for anything on Patreon and GearBest ads and Amazon ads. Weapon Stuff, you can always wear a chainmail coif on top of Kevlar vest. Yeah, that's a good point. Glen Accurate, any axes now? I've got a crappy old axe in my bug out bag, one of my bug out bags, but no interest in axes, if you know what I mean. Richard Smith said, I'll probably just get a flat jacket for 50 quid, as most are in my size. CBRN said to Weapon Stuff, order 6B43 Russian ballistic vest. It has upper arm coverage and torso coverage. Weapon Stuff, Richard Smith, make sure it comes with the armour in, as lots are just the carrier. Personal protection, I think it's Science Kids laser trip system, former square. Anyone got seen thoughts? No, I don't know what you mean, mate. Sorry. That one went over my head. One stuff said older Northern Ireland vests are ballistic nylon, a bit heavier and less protective, but covers the arms and neck. Simon Flint said I suggest a decent length sword on its own is better than a shield on its own due to the standoff distance you can get round a shield in a struggle. But who wants to run into a sword? Yeah, a good point. Outdoor Eric, you're right, mate. He said, hey, WC, have you ever made a knife handles out of my Carter scales? No, sadly I haven't. I think I tried to make some once, or something similar. It was similar to how my Carter's made. But no, I've never used it. Newer ones tend to be Kevlar models, but are a bit smaller. Little Blight said, I think when I have the money again, I'll get a cheap survival knife in bayonet style. Maybe even an AK-74 bayonet. Robo said, why don't we just modify this shit out of medieval full-plate armour for the military? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It'd be more in. I suppose it'd be easier for us to do that, you know. Simon Flint said the demonetisation is why I stopped posting vids when I forgot my password. Yeah, I got bloody chucked off that years ago. But I still kept at it just because I like doing it, to be honest. But I know what you mean. Certainly it's fucking demoralising when they do. Now it's even worse now. They don't want to put, you know. Glenn said I made some carbon fibre and black Hessian cast under pressure. Just got the pot. Gobsmacked with the results. I said, weight trench armour in World War One was like that, but impractical for soldiers. Little Blight said, would be too heavy and expensive. Extra Zulu laser trip thing. If out and about garden, you can set up as a perimeter alarm system. Oh, I get you now. Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Well, yeah, it'd be a good thing, wouldn't it? Say if you haven't put strings across, wouldn't it, or something like that. I'm glad to take my Carter, that is. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Where I said, don't worry, it's 2018. Peter Smith said, yeah, I will weapon stuff and vests without the panels are £6 on eBay. The one I'm looking at says it's got both plates back and front, costs 50 quid. Then said I'll be making a custom catty with it. It's a sheet of about 10mm custom catty as I do cheap ply and bad custom stuff. I'll check it out later, mate. That sounds interesting. I do like the old catties and the old custom ones. Did you ever watch Doberman Knives when he was AKM and he used to do his old catapults? That was nice, weren't they? This is water, by the way, if anyone's wondering. I don't drink in streams. It's hard enough to bloody keep control sober. I wouldn't be able to do it when I'm pissed. These fucking streams would go out of control if I was drunk. Actually, it's been all right today. The one thing I got tempted to delete. But, Soft said, cool, what model is it, Richard? Richard, I don't know what model it is. Sorry, we'll have to check later if it says. Next it said, I've taken the solar garden light out of a passive claymore. Oh, out as a passive claymore. It works. Laser thing. You can get the camp covered. Yeah, that sounds good. And you don't have to have no strings, I suppose, do you? Yeah. Sounds like a good idea. Thinking out the box like usual, you know what I mean? That's the way you got to do it. Little Blight, they've got to go for a moment. As they say, necessity is the mother of invention. And I totally agree with that, because nearly all the things I've invented is because I've wanted something like it, so I fought and fought and fought, and then you think of something to come up, to what you want. That's weird, Simon. Your comment has been blocked because it has the word rape in it. Callum said, just got some more paracord, going to make some Cobra Stitch bracelets. CBRN said, would you tell me where you buy your swords? I've not bought a sword for years, so I couldn't actually tell you. This was something I bought from a charity shop or an antique shop. The sword up there was given to me by a friend. The 2 other swords was bought 15 years ago or more from Range Right Limited. Tom Flint said, rape alarms at £1.50 can be set up as a tripwire. Yeah, I've got some exactly for that. In fact, one of the ones I've got, I've actually set it up as an emergency alarm for my mum, because she's got this weird illness at the minute where it keeps making her fall asleep. It's not narcolepsy or whatever it is, but yeah, what it is it makes her fall asleep and then she falls out of bed a lot. She was worried she might hurt herself. So I set up one of those rape alarms so that if she ever falls down and can't get up and no one's waking up, she can pull the rape alarm and then that'll go off and then hopefully we'll hear it. But yeah, the old rape alarms are great for tripwires, aren't they? Simon said, I got my broadsword from UK Blades, under 35 quid, though they're a bit dear on the throwing knives. Robo, I heard spider silk is bulletproof if it's thick enough. Yeah, spider silk is supposed to be for the size of it or whatever, it's stronger than steel, isn't it? Next to said the passive claymore, I'm thinking if it came on top, flash dash, come on their flank. Next to is Range Right still in business, mate? Oh, they might be, When you go on there, they still, last year they definitely still had a catalogue, but it's a weird online catalogue. I'll tell you what, actually, I never mentioned the rape alarms because I assumed you would have known about them. Yeah, I would have mentioned rape alarms straight away, but I thought if you'd gone on to lasers, I thought maybe you'd surpassed rape alarms and had gone on to lasers. So that's why I never mentioned it. Yeah, rape alarms are perfect for tripwires. We've got one up here that's about that big, and it just has the key ring bit on it. It's about that big, and it just has the pull out pin. The Range Right still might be going. Yeah, I think they are. Yeah. Richard Smith wondered if you could get plate carrier cheaply and then just buy 2 Kevlar panels, put it in. Just thought. Yeah, rape alarms. I do. Yeah, I didn't mention rape alarms, but I thought you would have known. Do you want me? I can run downstairs and get the one I'm talking about if you want. Glenn said, yeah, to be honest, Doberman's and Gamekeeper Don's videos kicked off my career. Oh, no, so you do know them, yeah. And a lot of the material available on the shelf is cool, but I love making it totally custom with the Marcata hybrids next. Glenn said, are there any meets for stuff like this in the north? Not really sure, mate. My problem is I'm right down south, so and a lot of, I must admit, I find there's more up north than there are down here, though. What I'll do, because there was one recently, I'll have a look on the channel who filmed it, so I can remember where it was. Edale. Where's Edale? Is that near you? Richard Smith, yeah, 2 Kevlar panels cost £30 with a flat vest costing £6. It would be a bit cheaper with bullet-resistant handguns and less. Bit better, yeah. Actually, yeah, I've used rape alarms, but the security garden light is silent, facing out, blinds them, facing towards something. Yeah, that's very clever, mate. I said, yeah, an empty flat vest means you can add the panels, stab protection, Regular fat vests are just Kevlar inside, not stab rated. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do with that tactical vest I got. I'm going to probably buy one cheap. I'm going to buy a cheap vest, stuff that in it, and then maybe get some other proper ceramic plates or something as well to put in there. Ben said, thanks, mate. Edale, I recognise it. I'm in West Yorkshire, Wakefield. Yeah, I'm right down near London, mate. So, but I have noticed there seems to be more up your way than there is down here. My other problem is I don't drive, so. Sabu said, do you remember the old gun and accessories mart with the build muscles fast ads in the back? What they twaddle? No, I've got an old gun mart though, but I can't remember that. Let's see if this one's got it in. This one ain't that old though. This one is 2010. Richard said, yeah, I bought one of the chainmail over the Kevlar. Yeah, I've got quite a modern stab panel, and it doesn't have any of the chainmail in it, but the Kevlar is completely different to normal Kevlar. It's almost like sandpaper. But it has a normal bit of Kevlar, and it has this weird sandpapery kind of stuff. And that's what I use in my crossbow testing. It's really good stuff. Weapon stuff, yeah, I have a garden PIR lights all set up facing outwards. Anyone approaching from the house from the garden will be dazzled by the lights lit up, and everyone in the house will be aware. Yeah, we got them kind of lights. Richard Smith, yeah, once I bought it, had the chainmail over the Kevlar. TBR and said, what do you think about the Tops SBX knife? I'll look that up quickly. Oh yeah, I've seen that, yeah. I probably wouldn't buy it myself. When they've got those sort of multiple edges on them, it's a bit hard. It's harder to sharpen, but it does look good. It would probably be a good usable knife. Yeah, Dumblesabble, I'm actually on the Range Right Limited website right now. Have a look under archery, see what they've got. See if they've got any crossbows. They've got a load of bows. Don't know if they got crossbows on here at all. Crossbows, yeah. See what they've got on Range Right. Only the old ones by the looks of it. Yeah. Oh no, they've got the Rapture one that looks like the new Horizons. Fucking behind again. Boo said, I want the full plate spider silk armor. Yeah, those are ideal type. I've only ever got through that with the Fairbairn Sights knife and specialised crossbow bolts. Donald Flint said a very good one is a caustic soda in water bottle, some aluminium powder secured to the inside of the lid, pulls the string over, mixes and the bottle explodes. Actually said vest, body armor, black stuff, leather apron, fashion legs. Chaps fashion, larger clothes possibly. Jumble Sailboat, yeah, cost me 12 quid back in 1887. Noticeable muscle mass gained in just 7 days. Then not I remember the old Charles Atlas ads. They were promoting him as the epitome of health and fitness, even though he'd been dead for years. Anyway, I have one of those rope alarms on a tripwire around my garden. Keep the deer out. Works pretty good. Other stuff. Don't diss Atlas. He was a great man. Did a lot of charity work late in his life. Chris Smith said, I'm really impressed. The vest stopped arrows from a heavy bow. Not very sharp broadheads. Then I was laughing at the ads. That was how I stopped people from tailgating me in the car by sticking a photo of the missus in the back window. XH Uli said security lights, cheap solar security lights. I've done it with 4. Different colours on lenses give direction of approach. Yeah, that's very clever. Yeah, I don't know if there's any. I know I've got Piers Morgan on the front shooting an air rifle there. Do you think that looks like Piers Morgan? I do. What is it you call Piers Morgan, Liam? See what we got. Piers Morgan, that's it. Yeah. Oh, here's one. Now this is interesting. See this ad here? I don't know how well you get to see this. The English Armoury. Let me just set this so I can see this live, and I'll be able to show you slightly better. The English Armoury. That one there. That's where I bought my deactivated shotguns from. This is 10 years old though, but that's got look. Single barrel shotgun, 65 quid. Pump action shotgun, 165 quid. But this is old though. Weapon and stuff. We joked he hurt himself on the rifle. That's why he hates the guns now. Yeah, well, there's old Piers Morgan. Pam said some of the paracord I just got is glow in the dark. Never had it before. Want to give it a try. Hope it glows bright. Yeah, I wanted some of that. It was weird. When I was making all my pry bars, I ordered loads and loads and loads of different coloured paracords. And then something happened and it turned out the bloke selling all the stuff was like conning people. But luckily I didn't lose any money, but I didn't get any of the paracord because it was like really cheap. It was the cheapest I'd ever seen paracord. All these different colours, and I ordered loads of it and didn't get any in the end. Just got some black off of someone else. Yeah. When the stuff, yeah. Now and again my lights come on at night. Out of my bed in a flash, observing the garden. If nothing else lights up after a couple of minutes, I go back to bed. Well, yeah, I've got the security cameras as well, which helps. I can just whack one of them on. Anyone, Exodus, said anyone got the TAC 4.77 air rifle? No, I think Bullfrog was going to get one of them, but he didn't. Glenn said you want a UV torch to charge the glow-in-the-dark paracord. What colour did you get? Campbell said Piers Morgan loves guns. I read it on Facebook, so it must be true. Must be some other kind of guns. Richard Smith, Piers Morgan just start raising his voice and attacking the person he's debating with and not their argument. And then just name calling. Yeah, pathetic, isn't it? It's not an argument, you know, it's not how you have a debate with someone, is it? Mum says, all right, mate, didn't get this bloody notification? Don't surprise me. How long have we been on? Over an hour and... No, I've been on since 8:30 anyway. Yeah, so over 2 hours. Oh, where am I? Extra Zulu Mike, replica shotguns. Look at full metal airsoft. You might be surprised how good they are. Simon said there's a vid on Piers Morgan shooting an M4. His ass caved in massively. Oh, there he is. He's there. There's old Piers Morgan shooting an air rifle. It's not really him. I don't know who that is, but I think that looks just like him personally. Neil Blight said he's back. You right, mate? Who are we calling bloody Piers Morgan? Let's have a look. I'll get to the bloody index. Sam said, shit bloody YouTube, what did I miss? Oh, it's been totally random today. Oh, loads of weird stuff today. Body armor, shit hit the fan stuff. We was talking about something really weird at one point. What was it? We was talking about something quite bizarre. Oh, fuck, I can't remember what it was now. But at one point, we were talking about something really weird that we don't normally talk about. Callum said, UV a black light then. I'm going to make some different coloured bracelets and sell them at work and give some money to charity. What shall I sell them for? £5? Yeah, £5 sounds good. Does he have alpenflies on in that pic, or am I tricking them? No, it looks like real tree kind of stuff. Let me just put this on live. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I don't know how well you can see that on there, but you can see like branches and leaves. Yeah, you can actually see like twigs and stuff, you know. Glenn said, what head torch you got if you have one? I've got a Lenser 14R 150mm spotlight for the dog. Beats it on the beam of 500, but lesser can drop 1,000 lumens on full mode. You know what? I don't think I've got any headlamps at the minute. Got quite a few torches though. Little Blight said also finally got a nice fleck-time jacket. Other stuff I actually got bloody goosebumps now from my air system working so well. Need to turn it down or off. Oh, that's good. You know, sit there and be cold, enjoy it, mate. Glenn said, yeah, UV torch, 18650 battery, about 5 off of eBay. Stuff. Oh yeah, a bit blurry on the cam, but I can see your point. Yeah, I can imagine you won't be able to see it on this camera. These are the torches I've got at the minute, Glenn. I've got one of them. I've got loads of torches actually, but I don't think I've got any headlamps. I sold them all. I've got a M2R Warrior Olight, an S1R Baton from Olight. I've got a load of Through Nights. Simon said, I saw your Kydex bolt holder. Looks good. Cheers, mate. Yeah, it is. Let me know if you want one. Well, it'd be something, because I often make stuff to sell, but a lot of the stuff I sell is too hard to bloody make, you know, easily. That's all right. Callum said, looks like James Bond on the front cover. Lol. Simon said, how the hand healed, by the way. I remember when you sliced it out with a polishing knife. Oh no, I'll tell you who that was. That was Taz, wasn't it? I think his fingers are still like that. Yeah, that was Taz who did that. Yeah, his fingers are still bad, I think. I don't think they ever come back fully. I think he can only put them back that straight now. Yeah, mine are all right. Glenn said, get one. Exo said, survival shit at the fan. Best food protection when allowed. I prefer a firearm, but I'm now rotating the bow type in catty over spring rifles. Your thoughts? Yeah, I'll probably do both. But yeah, I do think it's going to be bows and that in it, probably. Easier. It's easier to maintain and easier to make your own ammo for them, isn't it? You know. Glenn said head torches, hands free. Yeah, good point. Emphasized Boo said who? Said headlamps. I perked up then. Alan Pete said, I have a good normal torch, but no UV one. We'll get a cheap one. Things up, Warrior, right, mate? Women's stuff said, to be honest, I like the idea of a torch strapped to a jacket rather than a head torch. Although a head torch is good, that when you look around, it lights up everywhere you look. UK Spider said, been watching the World Cup. I've been watching a bit of the World Cup, yeah. I'll watch the next games, definitely. That's a Zulu Connor, the Wife Hog Eats fan. I've only got one tonight because I'm smoking meditative matter. Blow smoke out the window. Things that wanted to check out Scary Fairy Godmother. Ah, sorry, mate, I forgot. Simon said, yeah, for a tenner, it's a good price. Ain't got a crossbow, lol. D. Darren said, did you visit the SHOT Show once in the US? No. I don't like headlamps, to be honest. I think someone lobs a stone, does something even less pleasant at the light, you'll get it right on top of your chops. Yeah. I need to do a video of camos under UV light to see if it's actually fail at that. It's really bow air rifles, my thoughts, ammo easier, bolt arrow in field. Can't make pellets. No, exactly. Can't make pellets. That's impossible, isn't it? You know, well, you could, but it's going to be a lot easier to make bolts and arrows, isn't it? Or shoot catapult ammo. Simon said, got a new video out restoring an old device. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, sorry, mate. I should have commented. I've watched it. That was good. Came out lovely in the end with a nice red on it. Simon said, most AAA pen torches clip nicely on the side of a baseball cap if you can reverse the clip. Makes a very comfortable solution. Yeah, forget about that. Yeah, of course. Bad chill, you right, mate? Richard Smith said, Mike, I've got a quiver made from a sack of cloth. Tried seeing how many arrows it could hold. Ran out of arrows to fill it at 83 hours. Yeah. I need to get some more arrows. That's something I need. But Blight said, did you already try the infrared test on fleck time? Or a gun that shoots sticky slime would be a good idea. You know what? I think they made something like that years ago. Certainly, that definitely exists. I'm sure it did, yeah. Weapons and stuff. I already have a gun that shoots sticky substances. That's made me laugh when I saw that. Robo said, will there be guns in space? Yeah, the Russians already had them, mate. Where am I? Tom said, cheers, mate. Yeah, my first video in ages, looking on making more. Yeah, I have a bad habit of watching people's videos lately and not commenting, but I did watch it. I know why. If I probably watched it in the evening one night on my PlayStation 3 on the YouTube app. You can't comment on there. Bad Jill said, what's my favourite weapon? At the minute, my favourite knife, anyway, is this, which I made recently. One of the said, Trump Space Marines will be issued with laser cannons. Extra continued maintenance. Now I've committed to barbecue, firing crossbow. I'm caning 8mm BBs. I don't know what that says. Caching 8mm BBs, thousands of them, fast string, small colos at once, bolt tools though. So technically every man has a gun that shoots sticky substances. I think that's what he was getting at. I think that's what Liam meant. Things that worry. I'm just thinking you could restrain an attack of a slime bug. Look it up, Slingshot Warrior. I'm pretty sure I've seen that's a real thing, but they never developed it. They made it, and it would shoot this big old lump of stuff on you, and then you wouldn't be able to move. It would weigh you down, but I think it just wasn't. You just couldn't use it properly. Slingshot Warrior said, but not my kind of gun. I'm thinking about long. Warrior Wife said, where can I join up the Space Marine? Just send a letter to Trump. That'd probably do it. Some people fire blanks, so. Fuck's sake. Yeah, the Russians already had they had guns in space. And the stock of it, you'd take the sheath off the stock, and the stock was a machete. Then he said, if you made a slime green and made a sneezing sound when you shot it, I reckon they'd be so busy vomiting that you could escape easily. Glenn said, any on the wall deactivated? I used to have an AK-47 folding, but a Bren, a Sten, 2 rifles. My nan sold them all, and I've literally a revolver left. Holster, Mexican car floor. So, yeah, I had a Bren gun, I had an Uzi, but now the deactivated guns on there are the pump action shotgun at the top, the double barrel shotgun, the single barrel shotgun, and the Chinese Model 86S in the middle. They're all deactivated. Yeah, I love the old deacs. Can't afford them now, though. They're all quite old. Yeah, I had a Bren gun, but I had to sell it. Simon said, this is my rifle, this is my gun, this is for fighting, this is fun. Exosuit said Russia in space. The skeptics Yanks spent $250 million on a pen to take to space. Russia took a pencil. Del Blight said it was time to leave. Thomas had seen us enough. C4, have you ever tried making a net launcher? No. I've seen them though, they're quite interesting, but I've never made anything like that. Richard Smith said if a projectile from a man's knob has more than 12 foot-pounds, is it classed as a barreled weapon? Could be, you need a license, wouldn't you? This has turned into a very strange conversation again. Weapon stuff. Speaking of covered and hats, Mike, the game interactive movie The Bunker was entirely filmed in there. All right, didn't know that. Hector Zulu said Reagan Star Wars lasers. Look up Russian recent nuke weapons vid. Glenn said, shit, yeah. The Uzi, I have it tattooed on my arm. And it was my favourite along with the AK. Massive to what I see in films. Nice, though, to have owned and appreciated such things. Yeah. In a way, I wish I never sold them, but I was desperate for money, yeah. So I had to sell the Uzi, and it had the wooden stock as well. Sold the Uzi, and I sold the brain gun. Actually, again, Mike. GBB Uzi mini field strippable. I'll look them up. The only thing is, I've never got the money for that kind of stuff now. But, unless it's really cheap. But oh, cheers for that, letting me know, though. You should try making a net launcher. It'd be a good project. I'll put it on the list, mate. I'll have to see if I can think of anything easy to do first. And if I can think of a sort of idea, I'll try. Counter, did your machete come with a sheath? You could mod it if you did. Yeah, it's a bit of a crappy one. All I've got at the minute, I just folded it in half and put some tape on it. But I could just cut it and restitch it. But it's a bit of a crap thing. It's like a really crap bloody, you know, flimsy piece of crap, to be honest. But I'll probably get some leather and make one eventually. Where am I? Where Bush sell air to get money. Who's going to buy air? TBR entered. I obtained not long ago an SAS black kit outfit. Any ideas where to get an airsoft Sig Sauer P226? Don't know. Hopefully someone will let you know on here. Little blind full auto BB gun pellet guns legal in UK. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I know legal. I don't know. Yeah. I don't think you can get any full auto pellet guns anyway, though. Not that I know of. But I'm pretty sure they're not illegal. Mini is 150 quid, but it's nice. If I had the money, I'd be buying all that stuff still. Just ain't got no money. Until I got offered an AK, no papers, 250. Bet he still got it in the same place they all went back to. Is it worth it? Just hang on my wall like I've always wanted to. Yeah, I don't know. That's probably an alright price, but Ben said any meat cleavers. Yeah, I got a tactical meat cleaver that I made up here. That's my tactical meat cleaver I made. It was more just a test of what I can make, really. It's a very thick thing as well. Tom said net launcher idea, modified air compressed potato launcher. Yes, mate, got some spot on copies. Fun thinking. I wonder if an acid gun is possible. That you'd go to prison for 25 years in this country doing something like that. Yeah, they're making it. Well, not 25 years, but you do anything with acid in this country, that's life in prison now. Don't not see full auto air rifles are illegal here. Yeah, that's probably why I've never seen any. Can I pick BB gun grenade launchers are fun. I have a pistol that shoots 40mm ones. Just going to read that again. BB grenade launchers are fun. Oh, no, yeah. I have a pistol that shoots 40mm. Also, in Germany, I have a muzzle NG over 0.5 joules. It can't be full auto. Ben said, yeah, that's cool, nice. Yeah, that's the only one I've got. Well, I did like, I don't know if you'll be able to see on here. There's some firework down the back there. I did some gym pin, some sort of serrations on the back, finger grooves. It was just a test to, I blued it as well, you know. It was a test to see what I could do. You know what I mean? When I said, wondered if they'll arrest me for descanning my kettle. I could. Just don't have an argument while you're doing it. And then, you know. Things like, well, I didn't mean to actually build one long. I suppose it would be possible. It's just I don't like talking about definitely illegal things on here, even if it's theoretical. Do you know what I mean? Because even though we're not suggesting anyone make it, it could be interpreted that way. You know what I mean? You're not to know that, and don't worry about it because you know you're not English, so you wouldn't know all our laws. But I'd just like to be careful with some things. It's not worth the bother in the long run. You know what I mean? Yeah, I suppose anything that was, if you just thought of something like a water pistol made of metal, fully made of metal. Actually, that wouldn't work. I doubt it'd leak on you, but you know, who knows anyway. Right, where am I? Gran said, piece of kit though, I've got 2 new cleavers. I want an old one to restore and rehandle. Big one is 16-inch handle style, old Sheffield steel. That sounds good. Yeah, I do like them. I want to get some to modify them. Bad tilt, are knuckles allowed in the UK? They won't be soon. Soon they'll be illegal to own. Things like where I've heard of liquid nitrogen throwers. Hector Zulu, alternative to crime sprays, the foghorn. Wrap this back up. Kind of peach in the Alien films, Law. Bill Blatt said to weapons and stuff, same in Germany, and the police can almost never use lethal force even against terrorists. Yeah, response times are shit, but they will shoot them over here at least. That's the thing, there's a myth over here that none of the police have guns. There's plenty of police who have guns, you know. There's one who joins our chats and talks to us. Things are all because of throwing acid in people's faces. Yeah. Things that I said weapons I said you can get garden backpack water sprayers. Obviously acid wouldn't work in those, but they are good for garden water and spraying chemicals for crops, etc. But yeah, the thing is, the reason I don't like talking about certain things is because people are probably mentioning things now that would put this video on some kind of watch list. You know what I mean? And I'd rather not if I could help it. You know what I mean? Because it makes me uncomfortable doing the videos then. You know, I feel like I have to watch every single thing I say. Feel like I have to fucking vet every single comment then. You know. Smith, if you have 20,000 volt at 1 amp, for a bridge rectifier to a big enough capacitor, then a coil with tube. You can build a rail type gun with decent power. Wouldn't do it myself though. Alan Pitts, let's all stop talking about acid, shall we? Yeah, sort of tempted to get one to water my lawn. Yeah, we've got a pumping, tank on your back, pump handle. You know what I mean? Warburg said modern German military is like the Halo 5 of Germany in the past. Your Black said, I'm on so many watch list already anyways. Yeah, well, it's all right if you are. The problem is it puts me off doing live streams. Like, it makes me very uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Weapons, how fast does it spray? If it's decent, that might be good for a car wash. Yeah, I've never thought about that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it would be sufficient for a car. Thinking about it, it's more like, or is it? No, I think you pump it, and that creates the pressure, and then it would be just spraying out. But I don't think it would be any good for cleaning the car. But that's a good point. Bullfrog's head got on a bit late today. Good to see you on, mate. Daydreaming then. Things at work. Can you build a handheld laser? I probably couldn't. Well, I suppose you could if you probably get kits for that, couldn't you? But I am. Simon, let's talk about something else, mate. Don't want to put you off streaming. Hello, Peach. Now I've got people's friendly bow off looking at joining the club. Yeah. I've never been in any clubs or anything like that. I do like shooting bows though. I don't shoot them too often. It's the arrows and that. If I had shitloads of arrows, I'd probably shoot bows all the time. Hector Zulu said, with respect, WeaponCollector is fully above board. I'm sure Mike is more interested in survival, not maiming, with respect. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Weapon stuff at the Blue Cross, we have a bottle handheld one that's good for cleaning. We fill it with disinfectant, pump it, and spray it down animal toys. Got to remember, I'm quite a weird paranoid freak show, so. They're not the hashish to hashish, lust to lust. If grass don't get you, then acid's a must. Rita Smith, a YouTuber called Photo Tunic. Fucking hell, guys. Did one. He's in the UK, does lots of high current tests in electrocution. How would you pronounce that? Photo-to-nicution. Raw Frog, join the club, lol. In 3 years, you probably join a swingers club. Or another note. You see the GTA cockpit? Yeah, I think I did, yeah. I saw you uploaded it anyway. I don't think I watched it. I'm sorry, but I was a member of the Kylie Minogue fan club back in 1990. I tried to join the Red Dwarf fan club, but they never got back to me. That's not a joke either. It sounded like I was going somewhere with that. Someone said you can buy a 2.2 air rifle mold. It's easier to make than an arrow. It's getting the lead though. That's the pot. I think that's because if you was in the woods, you could cut a tree branch down and that to make arrows. Where would you get lead once you run out of lead? I mean, but that's a good point. If you can get the lead, yeah. But in certain situations, you're not going to get lead. Ancient Warrior, I like Kingsman 2. They need to make a Statesman film. Yeah, I've watched the first one of that. I thought it was alright. Warrior said, what will the stream going to end? In about 10 minutes. Yeah. Going to end in about 10 minutes, 11:30. Princess Zulu said, Simon, from where in the field does one obtain lead? Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, if you had a supply of lead, it'd be easy. But yeah, you ain't gonna get lead in, you know. I suppose urban survival you might. But as someone mentioned before, unless because when I say urban survival, I mean like a post-apocalyptic situation. You know, after a war. Something. Your black to their rifles aren't lethal anyways. Normally, they can be. An a 2-2 air rifle can kill someone. Steve Byron said, "I'm waiting for the new Johnny English." Bullfrog said, "I went back to making that Far Cry 5 zombie map now. I've time nearly finished the loadouts in UK prepper, Soviet prepper, American prepper, World War II." Well, I'll have a PS4 in a couple of, at least a month, I reckon now, unless it comes early. Not with the money, you know, unless the money comes early. X-rays really bolt 6-inch nails, or literally bolts. Yeah, other stuff. Little like many an idiot have found out otherwise the hard way. Yeah, Alan Peach, don't start robbing roof lead. Yeah, you'd see all the people hanging around the churches, and then you'd know exactly what they're going for. Then the air rifles don't do ramps, bids, etc. A lot of good. Well, Domicile boot, nick the lead off church roof. Not that I can do theft. No, we're talking about shit hit the fan or post-apocalyptic, so it's all right then. Like at least the ones you can get freely in Germany. Someone said lead lasts and is easy to find if shit hit the fan. In the right situation, you could. I'm off in a minute, Simon. Anyway, I've got to go off in 10 minutes. Simon said, "I'm bailing now. I've clicked the bell. Nice to see you all. Hi, weapons stuff. Take care, everyone. Be safe. See you in the next one. I'll be on tomorrow if you want. Same time. As long as I don't go out. I normally do Saturdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 8:30 to 11:30. See you later, Simon. It was good seeing you on, mate. That was a proper blast from the past. Weapon stuff so that it can penetrate an inch of flesh. It can easily be lethal. Yeah. Ben said, "What's today's EDC pocket dump? I'm on an Opinel 6 with a lock popped off. Lenser pen light in one of my caddies, 1.5mm still." Well, my EDC knife is always this. I lost it recently. I'm under my bloody cupboard. So there'll be that. That's indoors though. That's not in the street. Bottle of water. There's my torch. Archer 1AV3. About it really. I haven't even been out the garden today. Neil Black said, "If you hit the right body parts, I guess." Rebel Wife said, "Smash or pass." Nicolas Cage. Oh, I don't know. Never thought about that. Next is really my belief in bows over air rifles. String's easier than spring to reproduce. Limb could possibly be fashioned. Yeah, you know, you can actually make your own bows, can't you? You ain't gonna make your own air rifle out in the middle of fucking nowhere or without any tools, you know. Bow's gonna, you know, or well, you could, but it's gonna be bow's gonna be a lot easier, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. A standard recurve crossbow, the limb can easily be swapped out. I'm sorry, boot. Mike's going off to nick some lead. I don't need none. I've got plenty. I've used that Tangram volunteering the other day. Was lovely for cutting open bags of hay. There's a lovely blade on that, isn't it? Peter Smith. I heard that it takes 45 foot-pounds of energy for a projectile to be constantly lethal to humans. Oh, consistently, yeah. Oh, Peach, I got a £40 bow because it was the lowest lethal hunting draw. As you remember, we're Brits, only firearms Joe Public would get. They took them off the police, etc. But bows you can buy 250 on bats and eyelid, yeah. And also I would penetrate the inch of flash in my defence. It would have been on a warm day. And the stuff, lots more can go wrong with an air rifle without warning when they're doomed. Glenn said, nice, can I ask? The model of the Spider, that's a nice one, I think. But I was unsure of the model. I'll tell you what this is. This is a Ganzo G729, and it's a copy of, I think, the Spyderco Paramilitary, but with an axis lock. Get them from a GearBest. Wolfram said, watching Trailer Bot, boys 12, please no stealing lads from the church. Deal that fucking moon thing off your local mega mosque. You could get some decent scrap money for that. Looks like it's made of brass. I still haven't watched 12 yet. I'm gonna though. I might watch it this week. Blight said, I mean, with tons of skill, you could make a PCP air rifle, but you wouldn't have air anyways. No, the thing is, you could make a bow in a day, you know. Richard Smith, I built a hazel bow from a tree that pulls 70 pounds at 28 inches draw. Only took me a day to make. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It takes a day to make it. Like a compressed air, I mean. Robo wife who said, I need a manpower to take the filter off my gas mask. Until the shit hit the fan and guns and crossbows get broken, the loss of knowledge on how to fix and maintain them gets lost. Yeah. Don't say, have you ever thought about making one of those spear thrower things? They could be good and shit hit the fan. And that lateral, is that it? I've never made one, but I think I've used one. Matt's got one. Matt got sent him one. Yeah, and that lateral in it. I need to count how many crossbows I have. I guess I could outfit my friends into a militia. Yeah, I think you could, definitely. I've got more homemade crossbows than bought. Tom said, use technology for as long as we can. Go back to bows if we have to. If shit hit the fan in our modern world, you can build and fix a rifle. Wolfram said, all right, we'll get on here tomorrow, Bile. See you later, mate. Better not say yes. Yeah, that lateral, yeah. I've never made one. I'll have to think about that. Actually, Simon, when we were kids, we made our own bows and other projectiles. Learn to live before trying to survive. Probably wife and crossbows are boring. Do you reckon? You've obviously never used a crossbow then. Crossbows ain't boring. Try shooting one. Alan Peach, I missed the Fallout games where weapons would degrade. Unused a lot. That's one thing I'm looking forward to the PS4. I can actually finally play Fallout 4. Although I know they've changed it quite a bit, haven't they? Weapon and stuff. In a total shit hit the fan event, I could use my NBC gear and make defensive chemical traps. Won't say more if DCH get angry. Weapon stuff. New Vegas is the best Fallout game. I do like that one. There's still a couple of add-ons I can still buy for that. I was just looking at his channel. I'll give him another chance yet, Callum. I thought most of his stuff was all right, wasn't it? He's been on the whole stream, I think. Tom said 3 and New Vegas were brilliant. Yeah. Counted to talking shit. Well, I think he should be. No, you're right. He should be banned for dissing crossbows, shouldn't he? Weapons officer, he actually has playlists and videos. That does make a difference. I always check that, Liam, as well. But I had noticed where he'd been in the whole stream and he'd been all right, you know. I think he's seen it. I think I've seen him on your channel anyway. Werebu said, I like Fallout 4 gameplay. Yeah, I'll know soon, because I'll definitely get that. Neil Blatt said, I'm more the type for Stalker. I've never played that. Weapon Tough said Zardos speaks to you. The crossbow is good. Team, this is evil. Extra traps. Back to mine trap strong enough to pull trigger mechanism. Richard Smith in a shit hit fan, I would use my £145 recurve. Not many people would want to be in front of that or behind it. Yeah, you'd probably line a couple up and taking that, couldn't you? I bet. Mum said Fallout 76 looks really wank. It's Fortnite with a Fallout. Yeah, I don't reckon I'd want to play that one. Sounded okay. Then Fallout 4 acts more like a Call of Duty gunplay. I mean, one of the stuff said, I'm in the mood now for some crossbow training. Robo said, what about female penis? I'm going off in a second anyway, mate. See you later, CBRN. Good to have you on, mate. Yeah, I've got to go off in 2 minutes as well. Anyone got any quick... Oh, no, I've got some film recommendations, haven't I? I'm going to watch, possibly... Oh, I lost it already. Whatever it was. Blood on Satan's Claw. When does a Fallout 4 does a lot of stuff right, it's just a shame Bethesda never polishes games to a good standard anymore. I'll definitely play it. I do like the old Fallout games. Yeah, I'm going to have to go off in a minute, everyone, so let me wrap this up a bit. I hope everyone's liked the stream. How many did we have on today? We had 28 concurrent. Yeah. Extra Zulu said, Richard Smith, for years I planned to go solo if it went wrong. Now I'm 50, I'm bunkering in. Richard Smith said, good stream. Bye, Mike, take care. Yeah, see you later, Rich. Callum said, I hate the story in Fallout 4. New Vegas was so cool. You'll get lots of hours out of it. A lot of stuff is a bit bland in it. Bethesda games are always good for how much content in them. Yeah, they are good for a good long play, aren't they? Yeah, Blanc said, goodbye then, mate. Yeah, see you later, mate. Wearaboo said, I got a word of the settlement, mate. Need our help. You send the details and we'll go. Yeah, so as long as I don't go out tomorrow night, when I say go out, that's going to my Wendy house. I should definitely be on again from 8:30 to 11:30. If I'm not though, if I do decide to go out, I'll write it on the community tab of my channel. Some of you will know. If I'm not on by 9:15, you'll know I'm not coming on. Because although I sometimes finish early, I always come on at 8:30. See you later, X-Ray. Bill. I said my job tomorrow will be transfer the crossbow scope, test it over, other than working on the roof again. You still got to do a bit of that, have you? Yeah, I don't know what I might do tomorrow. I might clean up the whole house because everyone's away for a week. Give the house a good clean, and then I've got literally the whole rest of the week where I ain't got to do anything because there's only 2 of us in the house. See you later, Simon. See you later, I said not Z. See you later, Liam. Yeah, see you later, all. See you later, Glenn. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow if everyone else wants to join. That was good seeing Tactical Bushcraft though. That was a blast from the past, I tell you. See you later, Callum. I'll have a look at your message in a minute. Yeah. All right. Have a good sleep, everyone. Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Well, I'll probably do a video in the day. Don't know what though. Something. Good night. See you all later. Cheers for watching. Appreciate it.